never been fake, 'cause all the girls love official. Sith Lord, we not gonna condone that. Nintendo do not need to go third party. We are not doing that. Even for Rand. It's the gravy. It balances out the garlic. What it do, what it don't, what it is, and what it ain't. It's your boy Don Otaku, aka Don Solo, aka Solo the Don, aka Solo the Swaggy, aka
H-O.
Hey,
H-O.
Did I
H-O.
make it AK? I don't think so.
the one
H-O.
that holds the line.
Yes, exactly. They're
Always.
perfect. Did you hear what he said?
he do not be holding the line.
He said
I always
hold,
hold the
not
line.
hold.
Nah, bro,
H-O.
you was kind of shaky last week,
H-O.
bro.
Not hold. H-O. Think about it.
Oh man,
Bars. He didn't even see it.
Anyways, and this is Project Untitled Gaming Podcast, working title, episode 8. Today we'll be discussing
Nope. Okay.
whatever is going on in the industry right now. We got layoffs, studio closures, canceled games, rebirthed games, first party studios going independent. It's a lot of madness. Dogs and cats sleeping with each other. It's going
whoa,
down.
whoa,
It's wild.
Are you okay?
sleeping with each other. That
And
was crazy.
let me go ahead and introduce my kinfolk before we get to the
Introduce
topics.
me first. I'm about to be right back.
All right. Oh, and just to address Sith Lord, um, I don't think any of us have played Rebirth, even though I might break. Not gonna lie, the FOMO is getting to me. I wanted to wait for the PC release, but it might not happen. We gonna have to see.
It might
We
not
gonna see
happen
next week. If I
next
don't
week.
cave next week, I'm probably gonna hold out for the PC version.
I'm
Rebirth the
not
boy.
gonna play it personally.
Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
I have my reasons not to.
Oh,
play it. It
oh,
looked
Final
good.
Fantasy.
Don't get me wrong, but
Sheesh.
you know,
Yeah, I'm waiting for PC, and I'm gonna wait for it to be on sale because bro.
yeah. Didn't
I
we
mean,
get the
you don't have
last?
a choice but to wait for PC.
I do not have that much
It's gonna be on
FOMO
Game
in my
Pass. I
body,
think.
bro.
Yeah, that it always ends
That
up
ain't
on
gonna
Game
happen.
Pass. Well, I'm not gonna say always,
I'm
but the
playing.
last one
It's
ended up on
definitely not
Game
gonna
Pass
happen.
within a year or two.
Remake hasn't even been the original remake hasn't even been. That's not happening.
Whoa, yeah, it was on PlayStation. It did.
Yeah, PS Plus.
But
Anyways,
that's another
let's
story.
go ahead and start the introductions. We have two sides of the same coin, the spirit of truth, featuring Lord Mars, aka Marsarus, aka the unintentional speedrunner. What it do,
Oh
what go
man,
down, what you been playing,
You're AKA Z-Ram. You feel me?
aka Z Ram.
But you feel me? I'm cool. I'm chilling. You feel me? I've been playing Helldivers still like crazy, higher level than everybody else in the chat. You feel me?
Yeah, not even close.
So
you don't even
a
play it.
little,
So what are you
little bit
talking
of
about?
democracy here and there.
That's why I
You know,
said not even close.
Oh.
Calm
And he
down.
wanted me to get that
Always
game.
trying to be antagonistic.
Hey man, somebody got to
He
do
wanted
it.
me to get that game. Funny.
Hey, you should get it, man. Like I don't know why people like.
All right.
You know
I
what?
waited. I'm gonna be right back.
All right.
And shout out to Young Dreads.
Yeah, shout out to Young Dreads. You
Shout out
feel
to
me?
Sith Lord, of course, always
Shout out to
supporting.
Sith Lord. You feel me? Shout out everybody.
yeah. Shout out Sid. Shout out Young Dreads.
And then we have Triple Up Tej, aka Tej, aka
What up?
the Doc,
What
aka
up?
the Harsh Critic,
What
aka
up?
hater of all video games. What it do?
Whoa,
What
whoa,
go
whoa, whoa! You
down?
can't say that when
What you
Chuck
been
is
playing?
right there. I've been playing Street Fighter Alpha 2.
Now you playing Alpha 2.
Yeah, I went back to the classics, man.
Okay, I'm back right again.
Oh damn.
But
But
I'm
yeah, other
leaving
than that,
again
I've been
after my
chilling,
intro.
man. Like I literally just turned on my Switch last week. Well, not last week, like a couple days ago, to download all the updates for the online Switch Online with all that
Shame
other
on you.
bullshit. But other than that, yeah, I've just been chilling. I haven't really been doing much.
Alright. And then we got year-round spitter, aka Spitter, aka the FGC connoisseur, aka the #1 Poke fan. What it do? What go down? What you been playing?
I'm not. I'm not a #1 Pokemon fan. Somebody woke me up. Somebody made me wake up a couple days ago for no reason.
He
I've
was
been
enjoying
playing.
himself.
No, I had no. I've been playing Street Fighter. I've been playing Tekken, and I was forced to play Call of Duty yesterday. It was a sad day. Don't laugh. It's your fault.
Wait,
You don't
what?
want to
Nah,
play Halo
man,
with
you
me.
could have told that
Yeah,
man
you don't
no.
want
I
to
tell
play
that
Halo
nigga
with
no
me.
That's
every day.
how did I get thrown into this? I wasn't even here.
Exactly. Don't worry about it. Yeah, Tekken, and I've been playing Street Fighter. Yeah.
All right, and then we got year-round Ace, aka Ace, aka I'ma try it out. What it do? What go down?
What up,
What you been
man?
playing?
I've been playing Helldivers. I also beat Dead Island 2 this week.
Yeah, you actually blazed through that like since it came to Game
Nah, Ace
Pass.
been gaming, bro. I ain't gonna cap.
I just have to do the side quest, but hey, just like what was that game that I beat? I don't think I'm gonna do the side quest on Saints Row.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
Damn, I never really picked up Saints
So
Row. The new
whenever
one?
whenever I play the game again with one of my friends, I'm gonna do the side quest.
I need to pick up. I need to start up Saints Row. I ain't gonna lie. I forgot about that hoe.
Saints
you
Row
don't need
was
to.
free, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think it was free on Epic.
yeah,
All right, so
we
I
got it
think
for
I'll
free on
play it with
Epic.
you. If I let me check, I had to check. I cleared up space.
Oh man, shout out to Volition. R.I.P. them guys.
hey, what game are you playing on the stream?
I'm gonna get to that in my section.
Okay, all right.
And
Yeah, stop
then,
working.
last but not least, we have year-round Chukwu, aka Chuck, aka the hardcore casual of the PC, mobile, master race,
AKA
and
the
PlayStation.
Supreme
What
Devil's
it do?
Advocate.
What go down? What you been playing?
So he did.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Can y'all hear me?
Oh
Yep.
shit.
Yep.
All right,
Oh
yeah.
man.
I'm in a church right now, so forgive me
I
for my
can't
You
yelling.
believe you, bro.
yelling in the church.
He's whispering, y'all.
This is
So
crazy.
I've been playing Valorant and also that was it, Valorant for right now. Once I put my headphones in, I'm gonna be more immersed with you guys. I'm here. Thank you.
Hey, bro.
He
Yeah.
sounded like
So,
he went up on the stage at church to speak.
yeah.
That's
Shout out
crazy.
to Chuck. Something came up, but he's still holding it down with us.
POP.
He's really holding the line, unlike
Yeah.
other people I know.
Dang. Shot.
And
Hey,
then as for myself, again, I am Don Otaku. And I have, as you can see on the screen, Indivisible came to Game Pass. A game that I actually
Bro, why is he
played
chopping you like
a
that?
while. Wait, what?
Why is he chopping you
Oh,
like that? He's chopping the hell out of you, and then he's stepping back. That's crazy.
yeah. So Indivisible, it's a game that was created by the studio who made Skullgirls. It has the combat system of like the Valkyrie games and Project X Zone. Um, a game I played already, like on the Xbox One back in the day, but I never finished it. And I was like, oh, it's on Game Pass? Okay, let me get it on PC. I'm gonna be able to get my cloud save from the Xbox and I'm gonna finish it here. Of course, this game does not have cloud save, so I had to start over. But it's a great game. I enjoyed it back then. I'm probably gonna go through the whole thing now. So yeah, that's one game I've been playing. I've also been playing started back on Suicide Squad. Still enjoying it. It's getting a little repetitive now, not gonna lie. But
Well, that's because you play by yourself, man.
yeah, I don't know. I'd rather play by myself.
No, I mean I ain't gonna lie. Suicide
But maybe
Squad was cool.
if I get to the end game and I actually like do the end game stuff, that's when I'm probably gonna play multiplayer. Um, yeah, and I keep trying out different characters. I keep trying to go to King Shark and Harley Quinn and Deadshot, and I'm just like, but I always end up right back with Boomerang. Like his skill set is just too good. Like none of the other characters really compare, honestly. And then I've been playing a lot of Fortnite with my girl. Shout out to my girl. Uh, it's funny because Fortnite was the first game that we played together like 5-6 years ago, and she would always like it was the only game that she would play really. Well, that I would also play because she would play like League of Legends and Minecraft, and I was not trying to play that. But yeah, like we would play Fortnite together all the time, and then like now it's the like I hated it back then, and I was basically being forced to play it. Now I'm actually like willingly playing Fortnite because I actually enjoy it, especially ever since they did Zero Build.
Zero Build.
Yeah, Zero Build has made me like Fortnite. Like now,
Zero Build be making me want to play sometimes, even though I still don't be playing.
yeah, and then
But
all the
like
new like
whenever I
skins
see
and
somebody I know playing, I'm
characters,
like, I feel like
the
playing.
pop culture stuff, like the frequency of the updates, everything about Fortnite now. I'm just like, okay, I like Fortnite now. So now we
So
actually been
basically,
playing and enjoying it together. So we've been
you
you know,
like Krabby Patty Squidward?
hey, when they add that SpongeBob skin, is day one.
Hey man,
And
that's crazy.
then I talked about Pocket Card Jockey last week. I had to make the conscious decision to retire from the game because every time I played that damn game, my Switch was in danger of being destroyed. Like that game is so fucking bad for my mental health.
No, I heard you like
That game
fucking.
is so bad for my mental health. No
I
game
heard you
like
freaking out the other day, and that shit was funny.
the RNG in that game. It's like they let you feel like you like yeah, bro, you got this. You doing so good. You got this, bro. And then they gonna find the most crucial moment to just piss you off. And then like yeah, the last time I was literally in I was basically about to beat one of these cups that I've been trying to do for a while. I literally had every chance to win, and there was no way I could have lost. They found a way for me to lose, and then
W
I
script.
had to I just had to set it down and walk away and just say no more. But shout out to Pocket Card Jockey, still a fun game.
I feel
And
like you
yeah,
can only like a game if it stresses you out a certain degree.
and that's what I've been
That's me.
playing this week. Quick, there was the No Rest for the Wicked direct, and that is like now after that direct, it's definitely like fighting for my game of the year up there with Dragon's Dogma 2. Like the everything about that game, man. Like I love Moon Studios who made Ori, but what they're doing with this next game just looks so like so much more than what Ori was. Like they've leveled up so much. It's an ARPG co-op. Oh man, I cannot wait for that game. Not especially after announcing it was co-op, that just made me even more hyped for it. Art style, amazing. Like no one does anything close to Moon Studios art style. It's so unique. Even though they've gone from 2D to like isometric, they still have that just like painting like I forgot what it's called. There's a like parallax, I want to say that's what it's called. Uh, but yeah, game looks crazy. Can't wait.
You know what's
quick.
crazy? I've heard a
Mhm.
lot about it, and I haven't seen not a lick of gameplay from it, so I might check it out after the stream.
Yeah, you should. It looks really good. And then they announced that the early access was April 18th. Uh, so that should give me enough time to play Dragon's Dogma 2, and then by the time I'm done with that, I'll have that to look forward to. So it was perfect. And just the quick topic. First topic, we did watch the Pokemon Direct. Amazing. Everyone had a great time. 12 minutes of just pure yes. Like
The
yes.
fact that you sound like your captain.
You is so capping, bro. Like he was talking so much
He
shit
said
about Pokemon.
he
Like,
said everyone had a great time.
nah, nobody had a great
Like,
time at all.
he stressed it out.
Like Spitter was going crazy. He said 10 out of 10. I'm glad I woke up for this.
He just
Oh,
wants Spitter
man.
to
He was
curse him
happy to
out
be
there.
alive at that point. We had
Of course, he was
such
happy to be alive,
a
but
wonderful
not because
time.
of Pokemon. My boy was
So
happy to be breathing.
Spitter, what was your thoughts on the Pokemon Direct? Let us.
2 out of 10. Waste of time.
Let's go. That's
They
what I'm here
showed
for. That's what I'm talking about.
they showed
Yeah.
trading cards. They showed a
Yeah.
trading card game on the phone. Chuck
The
going like that.
NFT card.
Chuck
And
going
no
like that.
gameplay was crazy.
They showed Pokemon Go. Come on now.
You
Come
ain't
on
trying to
now.
walk?
I can just walk without playing Pokemon. What the heck? What else?
You can walk while
The
playing
last thing they
Pokemon on your
showed,
Switch.
the thing is, the last thing that they showed hyped one person up. But
Let's
this is
go.
what's gonna happen. He gonna hype it up until he realize it's bull. Then he gonna be upset at me and said I hype it up. Mind you, this guy was the one that said it was a 10 out of 10 off of one trailer that just showed architectural
Who did that?
architectural
Geographics.
pictures, and they showed Pokemon, and it's gonna be in Paris, and he was excited because it's the second part to a game that he
Only he
ain't
played.
beat. He ain't beat, but he's satisfied. He's satisfied with it.
Bro, that shit crazy.
Somebody get
Damn.
this guy some help.
Whoever he going in on. Woo. Glad it's
But
not
it was
me.
a waste of time. All you had to do is wake up and watch the 12-minute thing during the
And go,
day. It was not. It wasn't worth it. It was
yeah.
not worth it.
Thank you for your
You know,
positive words.
my thing
Uh,
with the Pokemon
I
thing,
gotta be
bro,
real in this chat.
is like the only games people really play are the mainstream mainline Pokemon. Nobody's playing no spin-off off. I mean, I played a couple of them and I just don't like them.
You said nobody outside of Japan?
Bro, first
Nah,
off,
they still
some
play
of the best
Pokemon
Pokemon
Go.
games are the spin-offs, like Pokemon Conquest.
Never
That's
heard of
what
it.
they really need to put out.
My only thing is I shouldn't have woken up for that. I'm not gonna say I hate Pokemon. I don't hate Pokemon. I like Pokemon, but I should never woke up for that. There was nothing good to show. I should have woke up for the Nintendo one because at least they had a lot of stuff and they had gameplay.
Yeah, there was no expectations.
You got
But
gameplay of Pokemon Go in the card game.
I woke
Oh
up to a
man.
card game on the phone. Microtransactions, they gonna finesse you, and I woke up to that. And I'm not even everybody that woke up to watch that is not even gonna get that. And if they do it, they're gonna get it for a week. And probably like, come on now, he know what he did. 10 out of 10. All right, I'm done.
We need to find who you talking about, bruh. He need to answer for his crimes.
Whenever that person look in the mirror, then we'll find him because he's found. He just need to find himself.
That's
That'll
crazy.
never happen. That'll never happen though.
And then our my second in command in the Nintendo army, Doc. What it do? How'd you feel about the Pokemon Direct?
Not enough gameplay. I'm sorry. And I feel like that direct was just power roll damage control, honestly.
They literally do one every year on the same day.
Hey man. Well, it still felt like that. Like they didn't like see if they offer some gameplay, maybe I'd feel differently. But there was like nothing that I don't care about trading card games. Like I'm an adult. Maybe if I was a kid, I'd care. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about
Hey,
Pokemon Go.
Oh,
hey,
now it
I have a
matters.
question. Can
Oh
you
man,
What?
refill the cards?
Wait, what?
it's trading, not reselling.
Hey, you could trade the cards for money.
Well, I
Here
know,
you go.
but like, I don't care about none of that personally.
No
I
Pokemon
feel like
Legends love.
Microtransactions.
I feel like God is saving y'all today. I'm gonna be back later. Now, all of a sudden, people talking about kid games is not for them, but last week it was a whole different tune.
Oh
Whenever I
man.
get more free,
Hey,
whenever I
Chuck,
get more free chance, I'm
don't
gonna tell
worry.
y'all.
I'm sure they'll save the Chuck special for next week.
We got having a truck special is crazy.
All right,
I
anything
mean,
else stand out?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like for kids, if you're a kid and you like Pokemon, hey, more power to you. If you like trading cards, more power to you. If you like Pokemon Go, hey. But I don't really care for none of that. So I mean, I don't really. The only thing I kind of interested in was that little Paris whatever game.
Pokemon
I forgot
Legends.
the name of it, but besides that, like they didn't even show no gameplay, so it wasn't really there to get excited. They showed Midgard. It was basically Midgard with Eiffel Tower in the middle of it. But I digress.
All right. Nobody else watched it, right?
Yeah, I didn't watch it, so I don't care.
Let me be the first to tell you. I don't care. All right. As far as me,
You don't.
it was a
You said it
5
right
out of
there.
10, but it was actually a 10 out of
5.
10 because of Legends. I said what I said. If Legends shows up, it's a good show.
Wait,
We
what?
got. Mm-hmm.
Oh, you meant like a good showcase. I was about to say they got
Yeah.
a show coming.
Well, I will
Oh,
say
they did show
Don's.
the anime in the middle of the stream too.
No, I will give Don his credit because he called it. He was like, the only way this is gonna be good is if legends show up, and lo and
Wait,
behold,
what are
that's
you
what
giving
happened.
him though?
I mean, they didn't show no gameplay, so.
You
But
didn't give him nothing.
hey, I'll give him credit. He called it. It happened.
So, cause he called something that was going to be, if something's in the showcase, it just changes the number to a 10 out of 10 because of the one game. This is his
Bro,
problem.
if PlayStation
This
had
is
a
his
showcase,
problem.
if PlayStation had a showcase tomorrow,
10
and they
out of
said,
10.
"Oh, they secretly, Street Fighter 6 is
That's
7 is coming out,"
that's your problem. I'm gonna still. I'm not gonna give it a what you call.
He got hyped for the
well,
Street
That's y'all
Fighter 6
problem.
trailer. The first Street Fighter 6 trailer with no gameplay, he got hyped for it. It was a 10 out of 10. I
But
don't
I
know
didn't
why he
say the what you
fronting.
call. But I didn't say something was a 10 out of 10 because they showed it right after a
I
tournament,
know
so
you
that makes sense.
fronting.
But nice try, nice try, nice
man.
try though. Y'all had a whole. They had a whole showcase, and he trying to give it a 10 out of 10 because they showed an architect. They showed drawings,
I'm
and
just
they
saying,
That's
I
showed
give
some
perfect.
him
lighted up
credit
Pokemon.
for calling the game that he
No,
wanted
don't
to
give him
see
nothing.
for
This is
coming.
what this is
That's
y'all.
the
This
only
is the
thing.
problem. You giving him a little, he's gonna take a lot.
Oh
Oh
That's the
man.
man.
problem.
All right. So like I was saying, it was really a 5 out of 10. Not a 10 out of 10. But Pokemon Legends definitely carried the whole show. Even though I do like the card game, I'm definitely gonna check that out. But Pokemon Legends Arceus was literally the most innovative Pokemon game that they had done. They added so many things that I never thought they would have done. It basically leveled up the the franchise and the Pokemon formula. And then they just go back to the traditional model with Scarlet and Violet, like literally backwards, which pissed me off. So I was always like, if they make another Pokemon Legends, that's really the only time I'm gonna get excited about Pokemon. And with this one, Mega Evolutions are back. It's in modern times, not in the past, like Arceus. At least I'm guessing that just from the trailer, how modern the city looked.
Wait, hold on.
Um,
Hold on real quick. You said the next time they make a what you call like Arceus, you say you're gonna get excited.
yeah, any
That was the
Legends
next time
game.
you say you're gonna get excited. So why you get excited for Scarlet and Violet?
Oh man.
I said that's post Scarlet and Violet. Scarlet and
Continue.
Violet was the last straw.
All right, continue. Just making sure.
And I didn't get excited about that. You forced me to get the game.
Okay, yeah, that see? Exactly. Co-op, right?
And then yeah. So yeah, I'm excited about Pokemon Legends. And that was basically the entire direct. That was 1.5 minute out of the 12 minutes that was good. So yeah, shout out to Pokemon. Yeah, I guess we just gonna get on to the next topic, which is PlayStation laying off 900 employees, developers, hitting studios like Insomniac, who does the Spider-Man games, and Ratchet and Clank, Naughty Dog, who does Uncharted, The Last of Us, Gorilla, who does the Horizon series, Fire Sprite, VR. They did I want to say they're the ones who did the Horizon VR game and more. And I'm over here like, man, why are their best studios the ones who are getting hit with these layoffs? Well, like Insomniac just put out Spider-Man 2, one of the best-selling games of 2023, and somehow they still got the axe. Naughty Dog kind of makes sense. They canceled The Last of Us multiplayer. They haven't put out a game since. I mean, they put out remasters,
Rematch, so sad.
remasters and remakes ever since 2020.
So sad.
But you know, it takes a while to make a game, so you can't really. It's been 4 years. You usually not gonna have a game ready in 4 years, even though that online game was supposed to be ready. Gorilla literally just put out Horizon. It didn't do the best. It didn't do the worst. It did alright. Fire Sprite, yeah, that Horizon VR. You're gonna notice that the VR is the ones that really got hit because yeah, PlayStation VR 2 is not doing what they wanted. You can tell. And a part of those layoffs, we had London studio. The entirety of the studio closed down. They also focused on VR. They made Blood and Truth on the PSVR 1, which was a great game. I actually played it. Probably one of my favorite VR games that I've played, even though that clunky PSVR 1 was terrible. And the crazy part about the closure of London Studio is that 5 days before the studio closed, Jim Ryan was there. They threw him a farewell party for his departure as head of PlayStation. And he was just there. He looked them in the eyes. He was smiling like, "Yeah, it's all good. It's all good over here." And then 5 days later, they shut down the entire studio.
So you
That's
saying not
crazy.
knowingly? You saying not knowingly they threw two parties, two going away parties? That's crazy.
Damn,
Bruh,
that's crazy.
that man Jim Ryan was like,
He
"I'm
was
gonna miss y'all," and then they're like, "Because you're leaving, right?" Right?
Hey, what's that Star Wars meme?
Exactly. That's what I
Oh,
was-
yeah.
Oh man.
That's
So
crazy.
that yeah. So more layoffs. This has been an industry-wide thing. We covered the Xbox layoffs that happened, and that was 1,900, which was 8% of their entire workforce. This was 900, which was also 8% of PlayStation's workforce. So yeah, it's been a whole thing going on in the industry. It's not stopping. It started really in like 2022, and it's just been ramping up and getting crazier ever since. So yeah, let's start with Doc. Any thoughts on the PlayStation layoffs and the closure of London studio?
Well, I'm gonna say this: weren't the PlayStation people like laughing? Xbox had, like cut people off or whatever, or laid people off, and
Yeah,
I was like,
that tends to happen.
yeah, I just think that's crazy. But other than that, I'm not surprised. Like these corporations and businesses, they make millions and billions or whatever. As soon as they make their game, people they make their little cuts or whatever. It is what it is. Especially right now, I guess. I don't. I guess there might be a crash, a gaming crash, because like I don't know how long we could go with people just getting cut off. And it's crazy how it's always developers getting cut off. It ain't never CEOs or whatever. But you know, it is what it is. What can we do?
Corporate greed.
Corporate greed.
Yeah.
Do you have any speculations as to why the industry is going this route?
Oh, of course, record profits, because all of them's gonna boast about sales and profits. Hey, the best way for them to make sales and profits is by cutting off the little guy.
Shouldn't it be that they're making record revenue, but they're not making record profits, and that's why they're cutting off?
Well, what's the difference?
Revenue is how much money you intake. Profit is how much money you actually made after spending.
After expenses.
Oh,
and
okay.
shit, yeah.
Well, it's crazy because, like, of course, the revenue is gonna go up because it's nothing but live service, battle pass games. Oh, get the DLC, get the skin or whatever freaking gun you want. So I can see that, but at the same time, a lot of gamers are miserable, bro.
Oh,
like
because
I
bro,
don't
they're
know,
treating
man.
these
Like
games like
it's
they're
like
treating
a
these
lot of
games like
AAA games
movies.
come
That's
out
why,
and they're
bro.
just
They're
they just come and
like
go.
a lot of
Like you seen
games.
the Avengers, see
A
like
lot of
Gotham
games be near
Knights.
over budget, bro.
Like I don't know. I'm not even talking about comic book games in general, but it's like a general trend in the industry. Because I feel
Okay.
like it's even happening with movies, bro. Like you see, like these
Bro,
AAA
movies.
movies
This is
come out.
happening with bro. This is happening with anime, bro. Like, bro, what?
Yeah.
Is they're not paying the artists enough, or they're working the artists like slaves, like they're Call of Duty producers or something. Like, bro,
Yeah.
what?
That is true too. But besides that, I was like, it's big corporations, international conglomerates, and stuff like that. What can we do? The only thing we can hope for is a crash, so maybe these people get booted out, and we can actually have like change in the industry.
So you want the crash?
Oh, I'm begging for it. I would love to see it. I love to see Sony go underneath too, but that's a conversation for another day.
All right. And we can go ahead and move over to Mars. How you feeling about the layoffs, the industry as a whole right now?
Like I said, bro, they're treating it like video games like they're movies and anime and stuff. Like y'all just be they bro, these studios just be doing too much, bro.
The
Like they be
studios, like the
and then at the same time they don't be doing enough. Like it's weird. Like they don't listen to nobody, bro. It's like they on top of Mount Olympus, like, oh, we're the gods of video games. We can do whatever. No, it don't work like that, bro. But like people all over the world are getting fed up with everything. Like you feel me? Like we getting fed up with taxes. We getting fed up with the food. We getting fed up with the video
Music.
games, the movies, bro. I'm still mad at Kevin Hart, bro. Like, bro, who gave that man a job?
I'm not gonna
Who
lie,
gave
he'll
that man?
never get over this one. He'll never get over
Like,
it.
bro, like they
Shout out
need
to
to stop hiring
Borderlands.
Kevin Hart for movies, bro. I'm tired of it, bro. Especially video game movie. No, a dude that's supposed to be big and swole and serious, you gonna have a short, not swole, funny guy? Like, bro, come on now. Bad
And y'all
casting,
play
bro.
Borderlands, right?
Yeah,
Y'all
I like
like
Borderlands.
Borderlands, yeah.
Yeah, and
See, I
definitely
Roland,
never
playing
played it
Borderlands 1
either.
and
Cause I
2.
was like,
I
who
like
is that?
Kevin
Who
Hart.
is that? Where's the swole
Ro-
dude? Where's that one dude? Like,
Yeah, roll it, bruh.
yeah.
Terrible. I don't know what they were thinking. He didn't talk enough in the trailer for me to.
You know who they should have hired? They should have hired Michael Jai White, bro.
You
Hire
always say
Michael Jai
Michael
White
Jai
for
White
every
for
role.
everything.
Exactly, because I need to see him in more movies, bro. Shout out to my bro.
Oh, okay. Shout out to Michael Jai White, y'all.
Because
All
Fact
right.
that I know who that is.
Michael Jai White, he's serious. He could play
And
a
he
serious
funny.
character, or
That's
he
the
could play a
Spawn
non-serious character.
dude.
Like it don't matter.
Hey,
Yeah,
quick
he
question.
kind of funny.
Y'all think the Borderlands thing is gonna be a flopper?
Most
I
definitely.
think it'll do okay.
I think
it
it'll do
might have
okay.
mixed.
Yeah.
I think it might have mixed reviews at the very
Yeah.
least.
I feel
I think
I feel like if you didn't play the
critically,
game, if you
it's
didn't
gonna
play the
be
game, you're not
mixed.
gonna be upset.
Yeah,
I feel
critically
like
it's gonna be mixed, but you'll see people be like, you know what? It wasn't that bad. Y'all should
Jack
check it
Black
out.
made the show.
I feel like
Jack
the
Black
people
made
that
the show.
I feel like
It's
the
kinda
people that play the game are
someone I
gonna
know in
be
here.
more what you call than people that are just that didn't really play that or like fell in love with the game.
Bro, the
They just
casting for that movie is
I feel
ridiculous. bro.
like video game movies, they're trying to make a thing, but I don't
Video
think it's
game
gonna work.
movies is the new comic book movie because
Exactly,
comic book
like-
movies are failing. They're like, okay, video game movies. That's what's gonna get us to the promised land.
Oh, they love Mario.
It's the
and
cheat
Sonic.
code.
All they need is Mario and Sonic, bro. And they'll claim on that success forever, bro. Like it is what it is.
Yeah. Any other thoughts,
Like,
Mars?
movie?
Specifically on like PlayStation. Any standouts?
Nah.
Yeah.
I Spitta. How you feeling about the PlayStation layoffs?
how do I feel?
How do you feel? Does it make you sad?
Does it make me sad? I mean, I feel sorry for the people that's losing their jobs, and it sucks because I'm pretty sure they didn't know.
Did you tell the people who lost their jobs to hit you up in the DMs so they can get you a job at McDonald's?
So they
Yeah.
can
Because
give
I saw
me a job
somebody-
at McDonald's.
I saw somebody doing that. That was funny.
See, I would never do something like that. That's crazy.
Nah, Sega need to hit me.
I'm
With that
pretty sure
check.
I'm pretty sure they're good in they field, so it'll probably take them some time, maybe. Hopefully not, but I'm pretty sure they'll find something.
Hey, they need to hire me. I'll get them $1 billion.
But
I don't
that
need half
sucks.
of it.
Especially when you enjoy making games. But it's just crazy how when that stuff happened, certain people on the internet wasn't trying to talk about it. Like when Xbox stuff happens, when Xbox laid over people and that was like the talk of the town, spaces, all of that.
You know
But
how it
besides that, I feel more sorry for them because that sucks.
Shout out Nintendo.
Shout out to Nintendo, y'all.
Like I said, laid over.
is. All right, and then yeah, is it like honestly, it's getting to the point where this is just gonna keep popping up, and it's just gonna be like, oh yeah, it happened again. Like that's literally how it's been.
Bro, it's a revolving door. Like, bro, like with regular society, like they're running out of like Amazon, how Amazon be firing people all the time. They're running out of people to hire because y'all keep firing people. Like, bro, you gonna hire the whole world and fire the whole world, nigga? My bad.
Do you see a
And-
bottom coming, Don?
A what?
A bottom, like where it just stops and then all they can do is just hire people.
Yeah, I mean it's gonna. I was gonna say it on my part, but this has basically been a course correction kind of after the mass hiring that they did during COVID because everyone was playing games, everyone was in the house, they didn't have anything else to do, so gaming just became what
Spotlight.
everyone kind of gravitated towards.
Warzone
The
was good.
execs saw this. They were like, "Oh man, we need to go all in on gaming now." And now it's starting to normalize because COVID's basically over. Everyone's going back.
Also, gaming is better entertainment than you feel me. It's more interactive. You feel me? So of course, more people are going to gravitate towards gaming than watching a TV show or a movie. Like, you feel me?
But the thing is, people will still. You'll never get to a point where, like people will spend more on games than on movies and TV shows,
Exactly.
obviously. But you'll never get to a point where you'll have more gamers than people who watch TV shows and movies.
I mean, I'm never gonna say never, because I don't deal in
Never say
absolutes.
never.
But you know,
Nah, TV's just too accessible, bro. Like
Yeah.
nowadays, they just hand kids a
It's-
laptop
one-
and
Bro,
they
they
can
just
watch
be
a
on
show.
their
or
phone.
whatever.
Because
Most people
one-
now just be on their phone.
it's more accessible price wise because you don't like you're just paying your monthly subscription and you watch
Whatever.
as much as you want, and you can get like you can watch a bunch of content without like playing a game. Honestly, you can binge watch something for 4 hours and you don't feel as exhausted as if you were playing a game for 4 hours.
Yeah, that's true.
you gotta think more when you're playing the game. You
Yeah,
don't have to
it
think
takes a
when you
lot
watch
more out of you to play a game.
Look, you watch a movie. Guess what? There's a whole bunch of stuff you're
And
not
there's-
paying attention to.
Yeah,
and
there's
then
no
you'll
learning
pay
curve
attention to it the next time you
to
watch it.
watching
It's
something
like,
either, which is why most people get to that hurdle of, oh, I have to learn how to do this. A lot of people aren't going to get through that first hurdle.
Bro, that's how I am in
It's about
Tekken right
attention
now.
span,
I'm like,
bro.
bruh, I'm getting whooped. I'm gonna have to learn how to play this game. I don't really want to learn how to play this game, but I'm gonna learn how to play this game.
Just sidestep more.
That helps, but it's more to.
No, it's a lot. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot that come with Tekken, bro. Like a lot of people I watch play Tekken, like streamers, they know frame data, they know highs,
Bro, it's,
mids,
yeah, it's
lows.
just really
Exactly.
learning the frame
frame
data
links,
for because I
one
already
frame
know.
links.
I can't say I know the frame data from Street Fighter. I just know how to play Street Fighter because
Exactly. Like,
I've been
hey,
playing it for
sometimes
so
it's
long,
just
so I
you
just
playing enough,
know.
you don't even need to know
Yeah.
what hits what. You
And
know,
that's what
or
I
who beats
gotta.
what.
That's pretty much what I have to do with Tekken.
Yeah. Hey, hit him with an uppercut. That's all. That's all you need to do.
But
is
yeah,
hit him
people
with that
gonna
left
watch.
back
People
fist.
gonna watch more than they gonna play for sure. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
but
just,
that
it's
was
more easy, it's simple.
part of my thoughts on that.
Honestly,
Ace.
Well,
Yeah, Ace. Any
Uh,
thoughts?
I won't laugh at nobody losing a job, but I hope they all find jobs quickly. That's all I have to say.
All right.
Well-
How are you feeling about the industry as a whole right now?
They need to put out games.
Not
I mean,
remastered.
honestly,
Sometimes-
that hasn't been the problem. They've been putting out
Not
way too many
remastered.
games, honestly. Oh, remakes and remasters.
No
we
remakes
got
and
counting
remasters.
those.
bro, we need to get out these remake remaster thing we're stuck in, bro.
Bruh,
Because
That's
this is
wait,
getting
the easy
ridiculous.
money though.
No,
Bro,
but it's lazy.
but is it? It's
concept,
not good
man.
for
It's
the
lazy.
consumer though.
Exactly. Like, dude, The Last of Us, bro.
I want
no,
a
I'm
new
not- I'm
story,
not
bro.
gonna do it.
Like
I'm
I
not gonna
don't
do
want
it.
a story I already played and I'm getting it a year later or 2 years later.
See,
Bro, they're
people,
remaking games from 5 years
feel
ago.
you
Why?
until it's a game that I actually want.
feel him.
Because
No,
you
no,
know
you know-
damn well, we were just talking, or you weren't here, but we was just talking about if they did a Tony Hawk Underground remake.
But think about it.
But
When
Tony
did
Hawk
Tony
is
Hawk
old enough to be
Underground came
remade.
out?
You know how old
Yeah, that's what
Underground
I'm
That's
saying, but
different.
not
That's
okay.
different, though.
PlayStation,
That's
the only
different.
one who's doing these like 6
Yeah.
to 7 year remakes,
Oh yeah,
remasters.
that's different. For
Everyone
sure.
else is
Heck,
going into their like back catalog and doing remakes.
yeah, I know what I was talking about. But yeah, for sure. Yeah. I would like to see another Tony Hawk Underground. Like if they
I'd
remastered
buy it.
that because it was a good game. It was a good story. Like
I'd
yeah,
buy
for
it.
sure. The
Fuck that
games
nigga
back
Eric.
then, if they gonna remaster stuff or redo, like yes, do those games. Like do the old PlayStation 2 games that were good.
And they can
Do
go
the
further back than that. They can do SNES and NES
bruh.
games and just bring those back to the present, you know?
Like
Shout out to
Nintendo's
Chrono
doing
Trigger
it.
remake.
Literally,
Bruh,
Nintendo's doing it. Look
let's
what they did
go.
to paper. What
Super
Mario
Mario
RPG? Like, come on, they're doing it.
Yeah, they're doing it.
I
They're
was
doing it.
like, dang, this look actually good. I might get this whenever it's cheap, and it's probably never gonna be
It's
cheap.
never getting cheaper,
It's
bro.
never gonna be cheap, but it looked good. compared to the other one. Even the other one looked decent, but the newest one looked good. So yeah, like old games like that for sure. For sure.
For sure. I ain't gonna lie, you're right. I don't
see-
mind remakes as long as it's like from generations ago, not like
Yeah,
one
not no
generation
2,
ago.
3, 4, 5. No.
Like, bro, like I don't know how they keep getting away with this,
You can't keep getting away with this.
bro. They need to stop it.
'Cause, bruh, they fan base don't know better.
No, they're uncritical. That's what it is, man. They know what what their people want. It's the same bullshit over and over again. So they're just gonna keep putting out. It's just like Call of Duty, you know? Like,
Bruh, Call of Duty, the worst one. Call of
And
Duty,
Pokemon.
Call
yeah,
of Duty,
Pokemon,
2K,
yeah,
Madden, all them just terrible.
yeah, 2K2, yeah. All like, bro, they just rehashing the same bullshit because
Instead
they
of
know
being,
their
yeah,
fans
bruh.
are just gonna eat it all up. Like
Instead of
anybody with half a brain is gonna know, like, man, this is literally the same game from the
instead of
last game.
not making a game, instead of just like just putting a new roster every year and like waiting, like to
You know,
make something new or
what I need to
different,
see?
they just drop the same game and add some stuff,
I need to
or
instead
take
of
out
seeing
something and
remakes,
then add it later. Like what?
instead of seeing remakes, you know what I need to see more of? I need to see more spin-offs, bro.
Facts.
I need more spin-offs, bro.
The one
That's
franchise that's like it don't make sense that they don't do as many spin-offs as they should. And that's Halo. There's so much that you can do with the franchise. And we get Halo Wars and that's it.
No, I saw that they were supposed to make a Halo game that was supposed to be like how Hellriders 2 was, but it was going to be based off of
But
they like somebody said it was supposed to be based off the ODST, but they declined it. Like, you feel me? Like,
yeah, they
no
should
cap.
they
Nah,
pitched it
no
multiple
cap.
times and they got turned down every time.
No cap. Halo should already have like a what you call a different type of spin-off, like a utopia. Like I don't know the word to say, but they should been had like just a whole bunch of different type of, because there's so much you could do with Halo.
Exactly.
Like it's so much you could do with that.
Like, bro, like have a spin-off game about a civilian, and then like the planet gets attacked and he gotta it's based on regular civilian life, but then like,
see, that's what I wanted from Gears of War, a horror game where you're just a regular civilian and
would be cool.
the whole thing starts happening where
bro,
the locusts come from
the
underground.
locusts
Hey,
come.
that would be cool. That would
invasion happens, and then you basically gotta deal with regular life shit, like regular fighting, regular
They
criminals.
really should have had a game where that
and then on top
started.
of that, you gotta like basically build. You gotta basically build your armory off of like weapons from fallen soldiers and fallen. You feel me, like, bro?
Like
I
also,
don't think Gears.
bro, like Halo should literally be on the same, like Halo should have just as many spin-offs as Mario. Halo should be treated like Mario. They should have Halo RPG, Halo Kart, I don't care. Halo Space Racing, Halo fighting game. Everything.
They just make people make that game and put it in their what you call
Halo was
community thing. That's all they do.
one of the biggest not even video game, like outside of video game. It was one of the biggest franchises ever. And they just let it dry because they just do not want to capitalize on the fucking name.
Yeah.
What's up, Metroid?
That's how I feel about Sonic.
They literally just let
shout out Lord Metroid. Young Drez, I'm gonna get to that Twisted Metal in a bit also. And yes, Indivisible is an excellent choice. Definitely.
The crazy part about Halo is they got people making their games and they shit with Forge. Bro. And they could have just took what they did and then just let them do it and pay them and then
so
make it
Bethesda
better than it
is one of the smart ones because Bethesda sees the mods that these guys be creating and they be like, yeah we need that. Come over here. We need y'all. We need y'all to help out. Like, we gonna pay y'all to help us out. Halo needs to be doing that
with Forge.
Just, bro, because the Forge, when like yeah, they started adding the forge into the main map rotation,
Maps, yeah.
but they need to do
We
more
need to.
than
I mean,
that. We
I was
need
gonna say we
like
need to.
the Halo universe should be way bigger than it is. It don't make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so really all I wanted to say on the topic of the layoffs, PlayStation layoffs, is that, or really just industry in general, because we gonna get to EA in a bit also. Um, the media, they've been pretty quiet about the layoffs. Even though the Xbox layoffs was like the biggest news in the world, they had to cover it for a whole week. You know, they didn't. Oh, it was the worst thing that ever happened. But now everybody's quiet about it. They're like, oh, yeah, these layoffs happen. You know, I'm not gonna say it was Xbox tax, but you know, I'm not gonna say it's not the Xbox tax either. But like what I wanted to say is that you see PlayStation, Xbox, all EA, all of these companies firing, laying off people, course correcting, trying to find what's next. Like what is their North Star? What's gonna be the next thing that brings them to the promised land? And then you have Nintendo. Doesn't chase the trends.
Nope.
They've been doing what they've been doing from the beginning. They continue to double down on what they've been doing. They continue to make the games that people say, oh, those games are for kids. Oh, nobody actually we want the 4K, high fidelity, realistic graphics, cutscene after cutscene. We want it to be like a movie. Oh, we want that live service, microtransactions, skins, battle passes, all that. That's what's gonna make us the money. That's what everyone is chasing. And yet,
Nope.
Nintendo is the one who is unilaterally, I don't even know which I'm trying to think of. Whichever one it is, they're the ones who are just successful by doing what they do. With like literally no one is when's the last time you heard Nintendo laying off people?
Bro, then we
When's the
talked about
last
last
time
time
you
how,
heard?
how the CEOs took like pay cuts to keep the people there.
Yeah. When's the last time you heard Nintendo be like, yeah, this game is a failure and we gonna blame this studio because of it? If they have a failed game, they not gonna be like, yeah, we gonna call out this studio. You know, they
just sweep it under the
underperformed.
rug, bro.
You know, they just didn't do it. Like they will never just come out and call out studios and be like, yeah,
changed, bro. Nintendo changed, bro. They went from allowing Rare to have unlimited resources after hacking their console to screwing niggas over. Now, oh my bad.
He's right about that.
They're just sitting here, just doubling down on making great games and making games that the people, like their fans, want. Even though this year they're kind of on the they're on the winding down phase. A lot of remasters, a lot of remakes, but they're literally just chilling, just doing what they have always done, and it's been leading to growth. It's been leading to success. Everyone else chasing trends, trying to find like chase where they're gonna get the most money, just only
Bro,
thinking of profits.
You know what? The console wars is Ed and Eddie. Nintendo is Double D. The
Bro,
only,
Ed,
the
Ed and
only
Eddie
one
I
never
with
need
take
you to
L's,
a
explain
good
bro.
that
head on their shoulder.
analogy. Not gonna
I
lie.
understand what he's
Ed
talking
and
about.
Eddie never took a L ever in their life. And
Bro,
they got a genius on their squad. That's all I'm gonna say.
If Double D was doing his own thing by himself, he wouldn't take no L's, bro. It's because he's with Dumb and Dumber, bro.
Okay,
Hey, Dumb
now I
and
get
Dumber
the
keeping
reference.
social.
But yeah,
But nah, shout out to Nintendo.
shout
They're
out
doing it.
Nintendo. That's all I wanted to say.
Nah, I feel you. I mean, I'm 50-50 with Nintendo. Like, at the same breath, like, they'll throw someone in the goulash for their IP, but, like, you know, their IPs be doing the job, you know?
Their
That's the thing a lot of
IP,
these...
their IP is what makes them so successful.
No, I know.
They've strengthened their IP more than
Look,
any
bro,
company in the
they
industry. Like
do
their
they because they
IP
do what they need to
matters
do
more
for
than
their IP.
anyone.
They do spin-offs. They do spin-offs, bro. Like, have you bro, how many remakes has Nintendo done?
Mario RPG.
Bro, they literally gave Toad a game.
Really the
Literally gave
N64
Toad a
like
game.
they basically remade the N64 games, but really not really. You feel me?
An
Like, bro,
N64 game could get remastered, and I wouldn't trip on that because it's so old, you know? Like, they could bring back an N64 game. Or any SNES game. Like, they could do a lot. Like, but that's really on the devs at the end of the day.
Yeah, I feel like we definitely gonna see next generation. We're getting that Ocarina of Time HD. I can guarantee it. They're not gonna let that. That's gonna be the remake for that generation because they always do a remake for.
the only real remake I've seen since the N64 is the 007 Jones.
Are you talking about the remake they did on 360?
Yeah, but that wasn't even until exactly.
That was rare, right?
That was
It wasn't even rare. It
Was,
was EA.
was it EA?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, it was EA. EA had the rights for GoldenEye back then.
yeah. We don't even talk about
Wait,
that
did
one.
Rare make GoldenEye? Rare made GoldenEye, right?
Yeah, the original.
Okay. And then it went straight to EA afterwards, basically?
Like EA had the 007 license for a
Yeah,
while.
EA had 007 because I remember Nightfire. I think Nightfire was EA.
I think it was like EA had
The world's not enough,
Nightfire,
right?
World is
No.
Not Enough. Like ever since the World is Not Enough and beyond, they were doing most of the games up until Russia with Love, I want to say. Bruh, exactly, Young Dre. Ed and Nettie taught you how to hustle.
Persistence is key with them, bro. That's crazy.
But yeah,
They was dropping some good 007
Bro, honestly,
games.
I've not played a GoldenEye game or a James Bond
007.
game seriously in like 10 years, honestly.
That's because we haven't had a real 007 game since the
Like the
360.
PlayStation. Well, yeah, the PlayStation. PlayStation 2. They had some good ones.
Yeah, PlayStation, Everything or Nothing.
That
Yeah,
game
that
was
was
so
good.
fun.
Everything or Nothing was. Hey, I don't care what nobody say.
That game made no sense.
Everything or
how good it was.
Nothing was Uncharted before Uncharted. We're not
That
gonna
game
talk
made
about
hey,
it.
no
I'm gonna
sense.
be
They,
back in like an hour.
Uncharted, you know, they try to say Uncharted was the OG. Nah, they stole everything they know from Everything or Nothing.
That game was so fun. I didn't
And Prince of
know
Persia.
that game was gonna be that fun when I bought it. I was just like, this is a 007 game.
Wait, and didn't it have a multiplayer too?
Yeah, it
Bruh,
had
that game
co-op
was so
mode.
fun.
That co-op mode was hard.
co-op.
Oh man, they could never. They could never, boy.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
they
hate
when
used
to work
007,
co-op.
they used to
bro, when
drop heat, bruh.
007 started getting online in co-op, that's when it was lit.
They
Bro,
was
I feel like
dropping
single
heat.
player games is a scam because they force everybody to buy the game. In multiplayer games, like you could have whoever play, like you know, I don't know. I don't know where I'm even going with this.
But yeah,
I think people tend to only buy like a handful of multiplayer games because they're not gonna play all of them. You feel me? Like,
yeah, that's the thing. Especially
your
live service
friends
games, you can
aren't
only
probably gonna buy
play.
all the
You can only play so many live service games at the same time,
Yeah.
Exactly.
exactly and finish the battle pass and all
and
that other
that's
shit. Like,
why
bro,
these companies chasing live service games. Um, it's usually they have to fight for a piece of the pie. and they have to fight with people like the ones who are already
Other live service games,
dominating
you with
in the space.
cream of the crop. Oh, it's the cream of the crop.
Whoa.
The cream is always gonna rise to the top.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But just to get to the last part of the PlayStation layoffs, Twisted Metal was in the works 4 to 5 years, and they canceled it. It's over.
Whoa, wait, whoa. Twisted Metal? The one they
Twisted
just made a
Metal.
show about?
The one they just made a show about that was supposed to correlate with the
Holy
game.
shit.
People been waiting for a Twisted Metal games forever.
So
That's crazy.
That's
this is,
crazy.
or I don't know if it was 4 to 5 years. It might have been like 3.
They made a show for it.
Bro, the game was supposed to come out with the show.
Oh my god. PlayStation don't care about nothing.
Destruction All Stars. I don't know if y'all remember that, but that was supposed to be after that they were supposed to be going to Twisted Metal. They've been talking about this game for years. This was one of the games I was excited about, and it's over.
Damn. That's crazy, bro. And they could have done something with that, man.
Bro. And I know people, they see live service, they go,
Bro,
not my Twisted Metal live service.
Watch me play Suicide Squad. Bro, this is what the Avengers should have been.
It should have been.
Honestly.
This is what the Avengers game should have been, bro.
But yeah, Twisted Metal was in the work. It got canceled as part of these layoffs, among other games that they did not that we don't have any names for. But there were multiple projects in PlayStation that got canceled, which is just adding on to
what more layoffs?
A lot of like concern just going on at PlayStation, because they've put out these AAA bangers, as people like to call them, but behind the scenes it just seems like there's just so much bad going on since the gen started, or at least since 2020. They've closed down 4 studios.
Damn.
Canceled so many projects you can't even count them anymore. And you hear like the people at the beginning of the generation, they're like, Xbox buying all these studios is gonna lead to them closing down studios like they did with Lionhead and like back in the day, Microsoft, where they were just closing down everything. But literally since this generation, really since Phil Spencer took over, really took over in 2018, he has not closed down a single studio.
Shout out to him.
But people are like, oh yeah, like people still have that Microsoft is the closed down studio, the shut down games studio. Like they're the ones who be doing this, but PlayStation has been doing it in like rapid succession since 2020. But the Twisted Metal, I was looking forward to this, and it's the games that I really want from PlayStation are always the multiplayer games. I don't care about the next God of War. I don't care about the next Horizon, Uncharted, Last of Us. That'll probably be a day one. Not gonna lie, I love Last of Us Part 2.
Multiplayer?
But the Last of Us Online, I was even more excited about. And it just seems like every time I get excited about a new multiplayer PlayStation game, it just ends up canceled. And then Helldivers 2, you just see how successful this game is, how much people love this. And I'm like, bro, Twisted Metal could have been that. Twisted Metal could have had that same success. What up, Sabagos? Shout out.
What up?
And then, yeah, man, I just want the like I want PlayStation to do both. I'm tired of the single player action adventure third person
Experience.
formula. I just want them to give me the multiplayer games, just like Nintendo seems to be the only one who has compelling
Bro.
first compelling single player games that you like, expansive, just top of the line first. Well, I keep saying first person. First, god damn it, single player, single player games, and then just as big and popular multiplayer games that everybody plays online and couch co-op.
And PlayStation got good like IPs.
And they have the IPs. That's the worst part about
That's
it.
the funny
They
part.
have the resistances. They have the mags. You know how crazy it'd be if they brought back mag and actually made it good this time?
Do they got black? They don't got black.
No, that was
That's
EA.
That's
That was
EA.
EA. SOCOM. Everyone has
Yeah,
been
they
saying,
really
why
do.
have they not brought back SOCOM? They have Killzone. It was never the Halo killer they wanted to be,
They
but
just need
people
to
like
make
the
it to
game.
be the. Yeah, they just need. Yeah, I like the PSP version. I ain't
Bro.
play the.
Bro, they
But
just
no, sir.
need to lock in. Literally, like, all they need to do is lock in on
Yeah,
them.
they got a lot of good IPs for sure that they could just redo. Like they see how people like games now, how they like shooters and stuff like now, so they could just.
Hey, can I say something real quick?
Hmm.
Smash allowed 8 characters at the same time. I've not seen nobody else do this.
A lot of games have 8-player on PlayStation doesn't allow 8-player co-op, but
I know. I
Xbox
noticed.
and Nintendo does.
See, they got to step their game up, man. Like, come on, these people on 8 players,
Hey man,
man.
you gotta
Y'all know
understand.
Bro, nobody.
PlayStation
First
2
off,
one.
nobody's
You
playing
gotta
couch
understand.
co-op on an Xbox or PlayStation. Not gonna lie, we're not even
You
gonna
gotta.
pretend like that's a thing that happens today.
Nah.
Nintendo is the only one
Yeah,
that you're
Nintendo
really
is the
getting.
one.
You're so like you're bringing your Switch to play
Or
Smash
you
or
bringing the
Mario Kart,
controller.
but like no one is going to somebody's house and being like, "Yeah, let's couch co-op Halo. Like, let's play split screen Halo." Nobody's trying
No,
to
because
play that. They don't even
you got
have
Halo at
split
home.
screen in
I
Halo
don't think
in the
they do
first
that
place.
anymore, bro.
Nah,
Hey,
I think they do.
Nah, they
I
took it.
remember we
They
were.
don't have it in Halo Infinite.
hey, this
Oh,
new
with the
Smash, they
campaign.
better
Remember
allow
we were
online.
playing. I swear we were
Like,
playing people that had like. He had a one. Like it was the same name with a one. I swear. Unless I'm
I
tripping.
don't.
Unless it
hey,
was
new
another
Smash,
Or
one.
they
am I? I think
allow
only in
online PvP.
Multiplayer.
multiplayer, but not
Yeah.
in like
Multiplayer, yeah.
campaign.
Yeah,
Maybe
campaign. Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
know.
not campaign. I could have sworn.
Didn't
But
Call of Duty used to do that too?
But yeah, Lord Metroid. I can see some IPs integrated in Helldivers 2, like a Chimera invasion or some of the. I can't even read that. The ilk. And yeah, I've been saying that they need to capitalize on Helldivers 2 and add. They need to add more PlayStation IP to the game. Have have a resistance like season,
or turn into a zombie.
yeah. Have the Last of Us in whatever clickers and everything, the infected.
They
They
could
can
do
do
that.
so
Or like
much.
other IP-based
Yeah,
Or
maps, like
H1Z1.
maps
I don't
based
know
off
what
other
happens in that,
IPs.
but
but yeah, they Helldivers 2, they could do so much with that. They need to capitalize on that as much as they can. Um
bring back Magica.
I still feel like, oh yeah, Magica for sure. But I still feel like they like no one. I feel like no one's really buying microtransactions in that game. Like the microtransactions are there, but they don't serve that
You
much
don't
of a
need to
purpose.
buy it.
Yeah, like
You
it
don't.
really feels like you don't need to ever buy a microtransaction in that game.
You don't. You
The
just grind.
skins aren't like cool enough where you're like, damn, let me just go ahead and get this so I look cool. So I don't know
They
how
give you
they're doing on
they
the
give you the same
microtransaction
stats,
front,
and
but
you can already unlock stuff that give you the same stats. So it's basically not
yeah,
even pay to win either.
yeah, it's not pay to win at all.
So
But yeah,
Just
I
take
just
it out.
like the Twisted Metal one just hurts me just because That's one. I love Twisted Metal, even though there was I still was a Vigilante 8 over Twisted Metal guy. Not gonna lie, Vigilante 8,
Damn,
shout out.
I didn't even know y'all was beefing. That's crazy.
Yeah, bro. If it's Nintendo and PlayStation, it's always a beef. If there's a Nintendo version of a PlayStation game, there's always gonna be beef. I will always beef with you.
Nah, and it's crazy because Nintendo will outdo them every time, bro. It's almost as if gameplay matters, you know? Like, but
Is Nintendo
Nah,
gonna
but
drop another
Twisted Metal
Vigilante?
and Vigilante 8, like Twisted Metal eventually, because there was only like 2 Vigilante 8s, and Twisted Metal just kept getting better. So, but anybody else had any thoughts on Twisted Metal?
not really. That's crazy that they but see, they were memeing the hell on Twitter. They were memeing the hell out that Twisted Metal show like months ago, like with Anthony Mackie putting the CD into the car.
Bro, it'd be the perfect time to come out with another Vigilante 8 game, bro.
But that's crazy that they canceled it, bro. Like after making a whole show for it. It's like, damn, I don't know.
It'd be
Yeah,
the
the whole
perfect
point of a
time.
show is to capitalize on that IP with a game.
Yeah, like if you're
when
making
a
a game,
show or movie is successful, that's gonna raise sales for that game. It happened with The Last of Us. It happened with The Witcher. Happened with
just like
Cyberpunk.
Just like whatchamacallit, they be trying to make toys out of video games and stuff like that. Like it's
nah,
it's
honestly,
to make toys.
PlayStation must be panicking like low
Like
key
with
because if they're
comics
doing
and
this, like
it's to make toys. You
it's
feel
probably
me?
because they're forced to
They get
do
an
it.
anime. They get an anime so that they can make toys, make figurines and stuff.
Yes,
Because that's where the money comes from. Is people buying like action figures and stuff like that, bro.
you have any Twisted Metal thoughts? Did you even play Twisted Metal?
Me?
Spitter.
Oh,
That sucks. I would want to see what they would do with the new version of Twisted Metal.
And I could see why they would cancel. Like, it's because they don't want like people. The gaming industry is so risk adverse now that it's like there's nothing that shows that a new Twisted Metal would be successful,
Yeah.
and that's exactly why they're gonna shy away from making, because they don't want to be the first to anything. That's how the industry is. You don't want to be the first to try something, because if it
it's a
fails,
risk.
yeah, it's too risky to be the first to do something. That's why they're always stealing ideas from indie games. That's why they wait to see what's popping, and then by the time they get to making what's popping at the time, there's already something
Yep.
else popping, and they're too late.
Exactly.
Yeah, bro,
Suicide
sometimes you
Squad
just
kind
gotta
of
take that risk, bro.
Suicide Squad kind of had that, where they were too late to the party. Looter shooters, superhero games, all of it is not as cool as it used to be when they started making this game, because
Bro,
looter
what's the
shooters
difference
used to be the
between?
whole craze.
But no. What's the difference between Suicide Squad and Helldivers though?
I'm not gonna compare those. Helldivers
You're not.
has
Bro, because
a quality to it that
Borderlands was that looter shooter, bro.
it has some unique, like Suicide Squad is unique in certain ways where no other looter shooter, no other superhero game is like it. But I also see why some people wouldn't like it's not looter shooter enough for the looter shooter players.
Yeah,
It's not
probably not.
superhero game enough for the superhero game players.
Oh, I got a quote for that, but I'm not
You
gonna
know,
say it.
it's the Earl Sweatshirt, too
Yeah.
black for the white kids and too white for the blacks.
Yeah.
Like that's Suicide Squad. It's not gonna it's not for the people who played Spider-Man and Batman,
Yeah.
but it's also not for the people who play Borderlands and Destiny.
Yeah.
Like it's too it doesn't do enough of each one, but it scratches a specific itch that you won't find in any other game, and that's why
I
I
just
like it.
It don't look bad. I feel like it got a lot of hate for a lot of things that games already do.
Yeah, we already talked about this. Half of the reason that Suicide Squad was as hated as it was is because of the pedigree of the studio and the fact that it's not what people who love Rocksteady wanted from Rocksteady.
Yeah.
It's like if you heard, nah, you can't even do it with Nintendo because they literally do this all the time. The Mario Kart team makes Animal Crossing. The wait, who does? I always forget who does Splatoon. I want to say, or is it the Mario Kart? No, the Mario Kart team does Arms, and the Splatoon team does Animal Crossing, or Animal Crossing team does Splatoon. Like they make completely different games, but it's basically like, okay, you have Naughty Dog. And yeah, it's literally how people were mad that Naughty Dog was making a live service game and everyone was happy that The Last of Us got canceled. Like, oh, now they can work on the game I actually wanted, which was Last of Us 3, instead of this multiplayer game, live service, and all this.
But it's gonna make them more money, like, bro.
But yeah, like
What's gonna make them more money? What's
people
gonna get them to
want
get more players?
studios to stick to what they've done. And I don't agree with that, because what if Guerrilla was still making Killzone games and they didn't make Horizon? They would probably be shut down right now.
Yeah.
they would probably be dead because nobody was playing those Killzone games. And when people saw Guerrilla go to making a third-person action RPG, people were like, "Nah, this, like, they're not gonna be able to do it." And they pulled it off for those people who enjoy Horizon. Not me, but
You know what I
they
think?
pulled it off.
I feel like the corpse and people got two different like mind frames when it comes to games. Like, I'd rather get a game that's like under marketing, but it's a good game. Like, I'd enjoy it as a consumer. But with corporations, is the exact opposite. Like, they'd rather put out a mid game gameplay wise with like over marketed. As long as it does good, they don't give a shit. You know,
See,
like
I ain't gonna lie. This is what, bro. If you're not good at marketing, this is what you should do. The game that's gonna hit. You don't even tell anybody. You just shadow drop that bitch. And if you're gonna experiment with a game, you put that game out first, right? If it don't hit, what you already was supposed to put out, that's what you put out after that. You're like, okay, it flopped. Let's put out the banger. Like, you feel me? But they don't do that.
For experimental games, the best thing to do is to announce it as close to release as you can, or
yeah,
early access. Those are the two best things you can do. If you're not going to announce it close to when it's about to release, then you
it's already
gotta early
forgotten about.
access, let people try it, let people give you feedback to build upon the game.
But also, you got, bro. They gotta pay attention to when they drop it. Like, don't drop it around any of your bangers. Don't drop it around any of your competitors' bangers either, because that's how you get fucked.
Yep.
And Metroid, yeah, Nintendo EDP, not EDP.
Whoa, that's crazy.
Nintendo EPD, they're broken up into so many different teams. They're all numbered. Like, I know EPD. I want to say EPD 7. I always get it mixed up, but there's like the EPD 7 who does like the Zelda games. There's the EPD 5. I'm probably getting these numbers wrong, but I'm just giving examples where they do the 3D Mario games, but then they have EPD like 10 who does the 2D Mario games. So, like, then there's like EPD 3 who's like Splatoon and Animal Crossing. And then there's EPD like 1 who does Mario Kart and
Yeah.
what is it? Mario Kart and Arms. So they have like 12 EPD studios, which are like their first party internal ones. Then they have like the SPD, where it's broken into like 8 different ones. Where there's like the Fire Emblems, the Paper Mario's, the Pokemons. Where they're the second party one is basically.
That's crazy.
So
I didn't even know.
yeah, so it keeps evolving too because they keep breaking up into like, especially the SPD, because they always have like a new second party, like Astro Chain and Bayonetta. They keep adding stuff like that. So they're always, and then I'm pretty sure you're gonna see the Bandai Namco games added into another section. So people always be like, oh yeah, you always see, yeah, you can clearly see PlayStation has like 23, 24 studios or something like that. Probably less now that they've been canceling. So like 20 studios. And then you see Xbox has like 33 studios. Now 32 because of Toys for Bob, which we gonna get into. And then it's hard to gauge like how many studios Nintendo actually has because of the way that they don't just list off like, oh, you do have like Retro Studios, One Up Studios, like those are their own little entities. But then when you break up the EPD into all these studios, like if you count those as studios, they probably have a little bit more than what PlayStation has and a little less than what Xbox has with Activision. And that's why they can just put out so many games a year like it's nothing. And I feel like Xbox is trying to get to that point where they're getting to that point. They have to brute force their way into it. Nintendo just they put in the work with their studios. Like it happened naturally over time where they have basically just, I don't even know how to, they
Well, Nintendo builds up their first party.
yeah, like their first party was built, they just kept going, and now all of their studios are just established. They know what they're doing. They know how to do what they're doing. Xbox, their studios are just now, like most of their studios were AA and indie, not including Bethesda and ABK. So like the Obsidians, the Ninja Theories, the Double Fines, they're trying to level up, and that's one of the reasons it's taking them so long to put out these games, because they had to hire a lot of people to like build up their studio. They had to like learn different technologies, especially Ninja Theory with they were basically going above and beyond what a lot of studios are doing with their mocap systems and their telegrammetry, photogrammetry, which is basically scanning real life objects and scenery into the game. That's why Hellblade looks the way it does, because they literally just they use photogrammetry on literally everything from the clothes to Iceland, where they used as a reference for the game. Like, that's why the game looks as good as it does. But yeah, what were we even talking about? Let's move over to EA. So continuing on with the layoffs, EA just laid off 670 people. They closed down a studio that they literally just created in 2021 and had not even put out a game yet, which was Ridgeline Studios. They were created to work on a narrative Battlefield game.
You're cutting out.
Oh no, I was sorry, I got distracted. I was reading Metroid's chat. So he said, for some reason, Ninja Theory won't show any combat for Hellblade 2. I haven't played the first one. Is it bad, or that's not the focus of the games. So combat is not the focus of Hellblade. It's definitely more of the puzzles and psychological journey through the game. When
Immersion.
people say walking simulator, Hellblade is that's like that is the walking simulator. There
For
is
Death Stranding.
combat. The combat isn't bad, and that's why I wanted Hellblade 2 to expand on it. Like it's literally called Hellblade. Hellblade. So
Exactly.
I wanted them to expand because I'm like, okay, the reason that the combat is like that is because it was a $10 million indie game with made by less than 20 people. So of course, doing puzzles and the dialogue, like focusing on that, is gonna be more
easier.
cost effective than like putting a bunch of combat and making the combat systems. Like they were on a budget. It makes sense why they focused on what they focused on. Now you have the backing of the richest company in the world. And yes, coming from Heavenly Sword and coming from Enslaved and coming from DMC, games that are heavily combat focused games. Hellblade, like as much as I love Hellblade, the character, like I love Senua, I love the journey, like the message of the game, the audio effects, all that was crazy. I just wanted Hellblade 2 to be all of that plus the combat that I know and love from Ninja Theory. So them not showing gameplay for Hellblade 2, it being a short experience like the first one, I'm still out, like the jury's still out on if the combat is improved or not, or if there's I really just want more of it. If it's not, like, it does look improved, I'm not gonna lie. It looks improved compared to the first one, but it still looks like the first one. It just looks like they're going in like more, from what I'm gathering from it, every combat experience will be different than the last one. So it's not gonna be like, oh, every time you go into combat, you're gonna just do the XXY XY like combos that you would do in like a God of War. Like when you go into a combat in God of War, you're basically gonna be doing the same thing that you do in every fight. But
Yeah.
I feel like they're wanting it to be narrative focused, even in the combat, which I just have to see for myself if it's gonna be a hit or a miss. Because you see, like the first combat that we got was the troll fight where she's throwing the spears at the troll and running and setting it on fire. Then you see the different fights where she's like getting grabbed and from behind, or she has somebody help her out in the fight. So I just don't know how much of that is like you're really in control of it, and how much of it is like, I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's how I feel about Hellblade 2.
Everybody game catalog backed up right now. Everybody got games to beat right now.
But it's on Game
Yeah.
Pass, so shout out Game Pass. I'm gonna be playing it in May.
Are you gonna beat it, though?
I beat the first one, so I'll probably beat the
What?
second one too.
What
Hey,
game?
you know,
What game?
I'm not honestly.
Hellblade
You'll
2.
always get that question from me every single time, buddy.
Wait,
Uh,
Hellblade 2 is the one where the girl was she was like skateboarding or surfing and they
No,
was
that's
happy
Stellar
about it.
Blade.
Okay, never mind, never mind.
I'm talking about the Xbox one with the voices in your head.
Hellblade is like female God of War.
All right, never mind.
So yeah, EA layoffs, closed down Ridgeline Studios. The narrative Battlefield game that they were working on is still in production. It got passed on to Criterion, the team that makes Need for Speed. I don't know why. They do help out with Battlefield, but they usually help out with vehicles and like they usually work on the vehicle combat and stuff like that because it's Criterion. They did the Burnout games and stuff like that, so it makes sense that they would be, but not like they're doing the full Battlefield narrative game. Yeah, that is Brainiac ship. Yeah, I already said Suicide Squad. I like the game a lot.
It looks good. Like I don't see why people hated on it as much as they did. Is all I'm saying. But it's whatever.
Like I just understand that it's
he
not what
explained it,
people
so
wanted. That's
I
really
understand.
that's all I can say is
The way
that
he
it's not
explained
what
it.
people wanted.
Yeah, the way you
people who
explained
are
it.
fans of superhero games and the people who are fans of Rocksteady, this isn't what they wanted. I just feel like developers should be allowed to
Try
like people
something.
shouldn't penalize. Yes.
For trying new
Penalize
things.
developers for trying something
But look,
else.
but look,
To
people
go
love
for going
people
out
love.
of
This is the thing. Look, people love injustice. This is basically injustice. But you gotta
nah,
do
you
the
can't
dirty
say
work.
that.
Nah, I don't want to see
Nah.
that.
Cause
I'm talking story. I'm
Mm.
talking story wise. You feel me?
see, but people don't like Suicide Squad. I like Suicide Squad as the characters. I love the movie, the second one at
The
least.
second one. I'm about to say.
I like
Hey.
the Suicide Squad characters. I like Harley Quinn. I like everything with Harley Quinn. So yeah, I like Suicide Squad. A lot of people don't. They don't care about these characters. They definitely don't care that the characters are killing off their favorite characters, which
Man.
again,
Look, bro. The story. Hey, it don't mean nothing unless people dying. Your stories don't mean nothing unless people dying. You know how many people want to see Superman die, bro?
but I'm not like I already have the feeling that it's because the way the story goes. I'm not going to spoil anything, but by the end of it, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be everything just goes back to normal. I'm gonna leave
Like
it
a
at
regular
that.
comic. Like a regular
Yeah,
comic.
it's literally like every comic where everyone dies. You know, is always gonna end with everyone not dying.
Because Superman never dies, even when they say Superman's supposed to die.
Yeah.
Like, just kill him all for one storyline and leave him dead. Just for one storyline, please.
So yeah.
I'm
Any
sorry,
thoughts?
Metroid. I'm sorry, Metroid, but yeah, Superman got to die one time for the one time.
Yeah,
Especially
I
for what he
already
did on
know
Man of
that
Steel.
as far as these EA layoffs,
He didn't
it's
want to save his
basically
dad.
That was
He
fun.
didn't want to save his stepdad.
Hey man.
it's basically gonna
Superman-
mirror what we already said about PlayStation. But anybody had any thoughts about the EA layoffs?
That just
Another
looks good in
thing.
the
Sorry, I
industry.
want to add this. Another thing that they did say is that EA said they wanted to move away from licensed IP like Star Wars and Marvel.
Let's
and
go.
Focus on their owned IP.
Let's go.
So
that's what I like to see.
all I'm gonna say is Titanfall 3, baby. Let's go.
Let's go. I love hearing that, bro.
What's it called? Jedi Fallen Order, the third game. That's gonna be like the last big one that they do. They still are working on Marvel's Black Panther and Marvel's Iron Man, and I feel like those are gonna be their last Marvel IP, unless they really go crazy with it, and then they probably gonna be like, okay, we got to do another one.
Nah, honestly, I want to see EA go away from those type of games, bro. I feel like they do better with their own IPs.
I just want
Like
my
they try
Titanfall
harder
3.
for their own IPs, and they put lazy content sometimes for other people's IPs.
I like the strategy. License IP, like I mean, have they really been, besides Star Wars, like once they lost the Star Wars license, exclusive license, they really haven't done a lot. Not gonna lie, they really didn't do a lot even when they had the license. They did Star Wars Battlefront and Jedi Fallen Order. That was it. Then they did.
No, what didn't they do? They
Didn't
did
Force
that one
Unleashed?
that
They ain't make Force Unleashed.
I mean, Force Unleashed was after. I mean, before the. That was that EA? That was not EA.
Oh,
Who was that?
no. Didn't they do that? The space fight
Yeah,
flight
I
simulator
forgot what
one?
it was called. What was it called?
What was it called? That shit came and went, dude.
Squadron?
Yeah, Squadrons.
Squadrons, yeah.
Yeah, cause bro, I never played Squadrons, bro. It was free, I think, and I still
Nah,
ain't
the
played
issue
it.
with Squadrons was they made it first person. Like you can only see like as a
Only first
pilot, so it's
person?
more like
Yeah,
a
nah, they
simulator, I
Nah,
wild.
guess.
it was third
Yeah,
person.
if it's
You
only
tripping?
first
It was
person, they
third
wild.
person?
Yeah, you can switch between them.
For
How
real?
can you
They
hate
must have added
Superman?
that later. They must have added that later because people were tripping on the first person part
Hey,
We
hard.
will not take any Superman slander.
that man let his stepdad put his hand up and he didn't want to save him. That's all I'm gonna say.
And bro, I will never forget. Hey, I ain't gonna
I can
lie.
never forget
That
him.
part
Hey,
pissed me off. in
Speaking
the
of
movie, bro.
Superman, James
That part
Gunn's
pissed me off.
Superman movie in 2025 is gonna be the best superhero movie,
I
and
don't hate
that's gonna
Superman.
be
I just
the
wish
Iron Man
that in a story where
the
he gets
DC
killed off, he
cinematic
just stays
universe.
dead.
I have full
Yeah.
faith in James Gunn and everything that he does. James Gunn has never let me down.
and when
That
he
Guardians
dropping
of the
that?
Galaxy 3, every
The
single
Boing
Guardians of
Boing.
the Galaxy movie hit. All three of them. That Suicide Squad that he did, not that first one with Will Smith, but the Idris Elba one, that shit hit. Yeah, man, James Gunn can do no wrong. So I have so much faith in the DC universe now.
Shaboing boing.
Hey yo,
Hey man. Hey, I'm letting him talk. Hey, he's talking.
When
I
is it
ain't
supposed
got.
to drop?
I'm sick of superhero
July
movies. I don't even care.
2025.
But we'll see. We'll see when it comes out. Maybe it might be good. Who knows? But me personally, I'm just so over superhero movies, man. Like it's just enough.
So yeah,
and again,
I don't
when
know
you
why
do
we
the
keep
same,
getting off of the EA
when you do the
topic.
same 2-3 superheroes all the time,
Because we were talking about IPs, man,
Yeah.
and they had Star Wars and. But like
Yeah,
I
so
said,
any thoughts on EA, the future of EA, anything related to EA?
We
I
gonna
want to
see.
see more EA IPs from EA because I feel like they
yeah, I
Bring
need
back
more
respect the
Fight
IPs,
for New
bro.
IPs.
York.
Really, I've been like
Remaster Fight for New York.
I used to be a mad EA hater. I used to be on the boat wagon that it was
Would
fuck
you?
EA. But
Yeah,
lately
yeah.
they've been, especially since they started doing EA originals, I've been up on EA. Like that everything they did with EA originals, A Way Out, It Takes Two, Knockout City, that Tales of Kenzera
R.I.P.
that's about
Knockout
to come
City.
out.
R.I.P. Knockout City.
Yeah,
R.I.P.
oh man, Knockout City was too
I
fucking
know,
good.
right?
That
It's always the games that you kind of like that just poof
bro,
is
cause
gone.
like that's the most unique multiplayer game we have
Yeah, that
gotten
was a unique
since.
game.
This is the most unique multiplayer game we got since Rocket League, honestly.
That game was
Knockout
fun
City
and
it
irritated.
was well balanced. There was you
I
had to
re-
work as a team because
it was
if
an
you was
enjoyable
getting
race.
jumped,
Exactly.
like oh man, I love that game so much. I have put so many hours into it. But I was also part of the problem because I let it die. I stopped playing it. Everybody
Yeah,
stopped playing it.
same.
That first like 3 months, 6 months, amazing. But it's also part of their fault because they just did not update it enough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They didn't
games
update
like
it
that
fast
you gotta
enough.
update it. Yeah, that's what be happening to most of those games. They take too long
Yeah.
to update them, and
Just
then it
like
just
Power,
dies.
like they just need more content for it, man.
Just like Halo Infinite, they took too long.
Yeah, Halo lost all of its player base because they took too long to update. And once you lose that initial player base, see,
It's over.
Helldivers, they're doing such a good job because they already have vehicles and mechs and all this other
Yeah,
stuff coming out,
yeah.
and there's just so much like there's already a
Bro,
lot to
I just
just
think, bro,
the nature
knowing
of
that,
liberating the planet alone is
bro,
keeping people interested. But
bro, knowing
then
that,
they're already got new content.
bro, knowing that, like, like we only got like what, like 1/3 of the map like opened up. Like
Exactly.
the quadrant,
It makes
like,
you
bro,
want to
like,
explore more of the
yeah,
galaxy.
like there's like the rest of the quadrants in the galaxy. Like you can just imagine what they're gonna drop in those other quadrants, bro. Like what type of enemies and stuff. Like I said, I want a planet with some zombies on it,
We
or
got
something that's
Neo
like zombies.
Game Spark in the chat, and he already like how's your first comment hating? Like that's so like you. You know that, right? That is so like you. The first comment he gonna say, Halo Infinite represents infinite L's for the Xbox brand. The brand. You hate to see it. Shout out to Neo GameSpark. One of the, like, low key, one of the best content creators out there. If you've ever been in an Ask Neo, it's an experience. Like no one does it like him, not gonna lie. Is it hating if it's true? Yes. It is still hating if it's true.
Oh man, everybody comes here standing on it, man. Like that's what I like about this,
Hey,
man.
we allowed to hate over here though. We allowed to hate.
Look,
As a professional hater myself,
down on positivity, man.
Actually, I'm not gonna recommend anybody go to an Ask Neo, because if me in an Ask Neo chat is a side of me that I don't show to the rest of the internet. So I advise you do not see me in my natural habitat when I'm in the Ask Neo. Oh, see, I'm not. I'm not even going. I'm gonna wait until you are on the podcast. I'm gonna wait for you to be on the podcast, so that I can really talk shit about Digimon. I'm not gonna jump you like you did me, because I'm a better person, you know.
That's crazy, man.
So yeah, EA, yeah. It's more layoffs. Honestly, we said as much as we can about layoffs in the industry.
Well, I feel like we've been
I
talking
just
about
want to
layoffs,
focus
like-
on more the Ridgeline Studios and them moving away from the licensed IP. So Ridgeline Studios, they were created in 2021. Marcus Leto, he worked at Bungie for 15 years, helped create the Halo universe, and he was the head of that studio. The fact that he couldn't even they didn't even allow him to get the game off the ground. I don't know what happened in those 3 years, but this just seems like typical EA being typical EA. I was actually excited once they announced that they were working on like real narrative Battlefield, because the one thing about Battlefield is that their campaigns, since Bad Company, because the Bad Company campaigns were really good, since Bad Company, they have been just ass, dry,
I ain't gonna lie.
boring.
It's been a while, bro.
Battlefield 1
yeah, it's been a while
had
since
its moments.
I actually remembered a Battlefield
Bro,
story.
The most memorable thing about Battlefield 1's campaign was that I played as a pigeon. That moment in the first mission where you play as the pigeon carrier, trying to get the word to the other soldiers, was just a crazy moment. I was like, bro, ain't no way they just did this. Like, what a transition. Who were the mad lads who approved this? Because that was such a moment.
They subverted your expectations,
Bruh. Like, that's the last time I had a memorable experience with a Battlefield campaign.
Bro, the thing is, look, Call of Duty be if it's eventful, bro. But Battlefield is long, it's dragged out and uneventful, bro. You don't feel that immersed in the story.
Yeah,
Like you
Call of
feel
Duty
immersed in the battle, but not in the story, bro.
Yeah, Call of Duty has that Michael Bay feel, where it's not telling the greatest story, but at the very least it's exciting, and they do know how to create some villains and some characters that are worth you're like, okay, I definitely want to kill this motherfucker.
Bro, the dude
yeah.
on Warzone on the plane, bro. The dude.
Some
what
of
was
the
that,
stories were
Raze?
good back then.
Oh yeah,
for
back
sure.
then for sure. Infinity Ward
They
and
was going
Treyarch were
crazy.
in a bag.
They was going crazy.
Modern Warfare 4, all the way up to Black Ops 2. I want to say their campaigns were all good.
Enjoying what?
Bro, that
Black Ops was
Graves dude.
good.
Oh my gosh, bro. I can't stand that dude, bro.
And
Every time
even,
I'm about to
like
drop in,
okay, but EA the Respawn with Titanfall 2, that is one of the best first-person shooter campaigns that I have ever played. Like, it's
I need
up
to
there
play
with the
that.
best Halos.
I
It's
lucky need to play.
like Titanfall 2's campaign is one of the best.
Is that on Game Pass?
Yeah, it's on Game Pass through EA Play.
Yeah, I'm about to play.
Yeah, because I always tell people, like, a lot of people slept on that game. Too many people
Exactly.
slept on that game. And it's
Because
EA's
when
fault
Titanfall
that game failed, and I'll
bruh.
never forgive them for that. Oh, man. I have a love-hate relationship with EA. Like, every time...
that's what I'm saying. Like, it's
every
I'm
time
conflicted
I
about
think...
EA hard too.
Every time I'm like, man, EA, they in their bag right now. And then it's like, oh, EA, they doing what EA does.
Bro.
And shout out to Def Jam for getting our hopes up with that Def Jam tweet. If we get to 1 million likes, or if we get to 1 million likes or whatever they said, we go announce something for y'all.
Bro.
3 years later.
gotta-
Hey, like Def Jam, come to
You
the
gotta
front
find
of the
that person
congregation.
who tweet that.
Bro.
You gotta find who tweeted that.
Hey, come to the front of
Nah,
the
for real,
congregation,
for real.
Def Jam, because ain't no way y'all go tease that and
That'll
then
probably
nothing
be the
ever
first
came
time
of it.
I willingly will take a charge,
What?
because that's
That was
What?
foul.
that's more than
But
yeah.
everybody hopes up. See, that's why the kid inside of everybody is dead because of shit like that.
Bro, that they baited. That was farming bait. That was a farm bait tweet. That's all I'm gonna say.
That it hurts. That one hurt.
Yeah,
Bro,
as far now that I think about it, them saying they're gonna get away from licensed IP, that also includes Def Jam. So yeah,
I kinda
RIP
feel
Def
it.
All they
Jam
gotta
even
do
more.
is just make another game like Def Jam. I don't really need the rappers in it.
Yeah, it don't even got, bro. It don't even.
Just make it like how it, because the whole Def Jam for New York was
Just make a whole bunch of
But no,
random,
wasn't that THQ?
bro. Just
I don't
have a
think
whole
so.
bunch of random
Wait, what
did
you
EA
talking about?
publish it?
Bro,
Yeah,
you
it
don't
was
need
EA.
mainstream rappers. Get whoever, bro.
They
I
don't
just need
need
a
rappers.
fighting
They could just have generic people.
Yeah,
but just make
honestly,
the game how it was.
The rappers did make it, like, it added that extra to it, but the gameplay alone, the blazings, the wrestling moves, the different
moves,
fighting styles,
the
the story,
bro.
that's what really
just
made
make
it
a
what
good
it was.
story. Facts,
bro,
a good story.
I'm pretty sure they could make a game with unknown rappers, bro. Who cares,
man?
Bro, hey, get me on there. I'll be there day one. I'll
bro,
definitely.
who cares, bro? Just unknown rappers from
Hey, if I'm
different
playing
states,
with you,
bro.
I'm throwing
Like, come
myself
on,
on the
bro.
subway track.
Yeah, like
Like, do
yeah,
something for the
they could
underground
sign
one
it
time
with
for
you.
Bro, look, they could get Miles. Hey, if they
Whoa.
had Miles on the cover, it's selling 10 million day one.
Oh man. See, that's the thing with Def Jam, bro. There's so many possibilities, man. Like we could talk about this all day. But who should be and who shouldn't be. I'm choosing
But
Soulja Boy.
everybody gonna want the top rappers in there, but it's never gonna happen because the bread's not, bro. They don't have enough bread for that, bro.
All right,
That's why.
just popping back in, right? What about WWE
What about it?
What about it?
coming out this month? So there go again right there.
We don't want that. And that's 2K. And
Have you
ever
played
since 2K
Property
took over WWE, it's been ass. Not gonna
Bro,
lie.
my favorite wrestling games was the GameCube ones.
My favorite wrestling games were the N64 ones, and they have
the
not
N64
surpassed
ones,
it since.
Exactly.
No, I just like how you could go
But
everywhere.
the WrestleMania games on GameCube were crazy though.
Yeah, I
No,
don't
you
care.
fight
Y'all
people
sleep
at
on SmackDown
Mall and
versus
shit.
Raw. Y'all
Like,
sleep.
that shit was insane, bro.
SmackDown versus Raw was alright. I ain't gonna hate on SmackDown versus Raw.
I never got into SmackDown like that. Like I played No Mercy.
Regular
way more.
SmackDown, atrocious.
Yes,
I
regular
played-
SmackDown for what it was at the time, it was good. Looking back, yeah.
No Mercy just felt good to play, bro.
Yeah, No
Honestly.
Mercy was just one in
It just had the best
one in a million.
system. Like they still have not gotten a better wrestling system than No Mercy. The AKI system that they had, it just worked.
Yeah. It just, bro, it was so
It
fun.
wasn't too cheap. You could come back,
You could come back.
but it wasn't like the cheap comebacks like they be doing now. So,
No,
yeah.
you had to have skill to come back, man. You just had to hit the
Exactly.
right reversal. You get a reversal in, you might be able to swing it your way.
All right, just to get back on topic, one of the things that did come out of that EA, the layoffs, was that we actually just found out about this game. I want to say it was Tom Henderson at Insider Gaming. He had put out a report that EA was working on a first-person Mandalorian game. Not the Mandalorian from the show, but a Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Yeah, and you were gonna play as a bounty hunter, obviously, and you're gonna be chasing bounties across the galaxy. Very fast-paced combat using the jetpack. That made me think of Titanfall.
Didn't they cancel the Bounty Hunter game?
Yeah, Star Wars 1313.
Hey, I'm sorry, y'all gotta go do something.
All right, man. They had like boss like enemies, AT-ATs. How do you say it? Do you say AT-ATs or you say AT-ATs?
I say at, but I think you can say either or. I don't think there's like a.
I need someone in the chat. Is it AT-AT or is it AT-AT? Because I be saying AT-AT, but now when I say it out loud now, I sound stupid. So
Hey, I'll sound stupid. I don't care.
No,
They
you know
know-
you
any
got the
Star Wars
AT-AT.
person
Like
will know.
R2D2, C3PO. You say
Yeah, maybe okay. I'm
AT-AT.
gonna say AT-AT because I feel like I sound stupid. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna say
man.
AT-AT.
That's crazy how they never explained or said the word at or AT on Star Wars. At least I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure they have. I'm just forget it, but yeah, it wasn't an open world game. But they did say it had like open environments and stuff. So, and that had a lot of people excited. It's obviously it's Respawn. Anything Respawn touches has been gold. Respawn was created by Vince Zampella, who was the head of Infinity Ward when Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, and 3. Did he do 3? I think he left either
The OG
after
1,
3.
2, 3.
He either left after 3 or before 3. But the first 3, yeah, okay, Lord Metro said AT-AT. So
Hey, man, that's too many syllables for me. If I'm playing a game, I'm saying at. Y'all better know what I'm talking about.
Hey, I allow it, but yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
so Vincent Pella had left Activision and Infinity Ward and created Respawn with EA. That's when they made Titanfall and Titanfall 2, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. So literally this man has not touched a bad, like anything that has left his hands has at the very least been good. And also Apex Legends. Even like ones that you would think would fail, like them going to do a battle royale, still ended up as gold. So this man Vincent Pella, he has all the tucks in my book.
Okay.
But this
Hold on, quick question. Who in here played Apex Legends?
you
I played it, but I don't really like it.
and I played it. I played it.
I think
I played like
played
maybe
it.
3-4 matches of Apex in my life.
Yeah,
But it's not
played-
really
And
my
I
thing. I
never
don't really
hated
like
it.
battle royales, honestly. So it ain't even like I don't like the game because the game's bad. It's just not my type of game.
Yeah, so Respawn, one of the most undefeated game developers out there, making a Mandalorian game. It like literally doesn't seem like they could do anything wrong. Like how could this go wrong? And then EA cancels the game. The game has been canceled. So now, I wouldn't like, oh, you hear layoffs? Okay, cool. Battlefield Studio gets closed. all right, the game's still in production. But once you start canceling games that I care about that just seem as good as that one, like that just seems perfect. You have the jetpack, like Titanfall. They already know how to do first person. They know how to do the narratives because Titanfall 2's story, there was so much that this game has so much potential and now it's canceled. And I want to say there's a I want to say there's a reason that EA is getting away from the licensing with Disney, because I feel like it's mostly just Disney that they're having a problem with. And I feel like it's because I feel like Disney is charging way more than they used to. And that's why they're starting to get away from these licensed games. I feel like if they're not making something like a Battlefront,
Corporate greed.
yeah, because you saw it with Spider-Man when the contract for Spider-Man got leaked out. They were taking a lot of money. That licensing, they had to, like, that's why when we were seeing like, oh, they had a $315 million budget for Spider-Man 2, and they made that money back after selling the game, but the licensing still was taking a lot of that profit away.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is part of the reason that they're like, man, this is gonna be a single player game, no multiplayer whatsoever. Yeah, they already have Jedi Fallen Order, and that's probably gonna be whatever the next Jedi game. That's gonna be the last one. I just feel like at this point they're like, it's not worth it to be doing these licensed games anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
with the layoffs on top of that too, it kind of makes sense. You know, it's just the way of the market and industry.
But as a consumer, I'm not trying to hear that shit. That shit sounds
No,
live. I want to
me
play.
neither. What you saying? Hey,
But
I hate
like
things when it
rationally,
just
I
is what it is.
understand. Which is why I was so surprised that Xbox of all was doing the Blade game, because Xbox has been on a. They had their issues in the Xbox One generation where they relied too much on other people's IPs, and it backfired on them. Relying on other studios and other people's IP ended up backfiring on them when it came to the Xbox One. So that's why they're like, oh, we only want to work on our own IPs. We want to focus on building up our own IPs. So when Bethesda's out here doing the Blade game, that was surprising, especially with how much you see they're charging for Spider-Man. I know Blade is not on the tier of Spider-Man right now. Probably it'll never be on that level because Spider-Man's like the biggest superhero in the world. I'm pretty sure that licensing agreement is not cheap, especially if it's gonna be on Game Pass, which you feel basically kind of guaranteed that it would be because he said, or it was Matt Booty. All first party games will be day one on Game Pass. And he said all, as in like all, like Call of Duty, Marvel's Blade, they will all be day one on Game Pass.
Hey, shout out Matt Booty, man.
Yeah, shout out the Booty. Yeah, so I know that license agreement isn't cheap, and I'm pretty sure EA was looking at the contract, looking at the projections, and they were just like, yeah, it's not gonna be worth it. So that's one less Respawn game that could have graced the world. Anybody had any thoughts on that? We can start with Doc.
Honestly, it's just I feel like it's just an industry thing. Like, you know, they're trimming the fat. That's what they do. Like, and I hate to see it because me personally, it's always the games I like that get canceled, bro. Every single time. They always want to push out the bullshit that they know that they'll recoup their profits or whatever on. But I don't, as a consumer, I don't give a shit about none of that, bro. Personally. But yeah, that's
Right.
all I gotta say about it.
Mars, any thoughts on the Star Wars game getting canceled, Mando?
I mean, I already saw it coming because they already did this shit before.
Oh yeah, this is the second bounty hunter game that EA canceled
Like,
that
bro,
everyone got hyped for.
I'm not getting hyped for none of this. Like, bro, I must have saw this shit and then it was like, I already know what they're gonna do to this. Like, bro, because I like you're bringing it up to me. It's the like I'm like, bro, this deja vu. Like, you feel me? Like, bro, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like I have intuition, bro. Like I see through the bullshit, bro.
Yep.
Spitter, any thoughts? Any final words? No.
Yep.
Ace.
Damn, it's just us now. Shit.
I'm pretty sure everybody else kind of think the same. Like you, they probably remembered.
Oh yeah,
that
no.
too.
Spitter
Like,
did say, "Hold on, I forgot." I'm
Yeah, he
tripping.
did say it.
Oh.
I mean,
I'm
we the
pretty sure
only
everybody
real
remember-
Star
I'm pretty
Wars
sure a
heads
lot
in
of-
here,
a
so
lot
I
of
really
Star
don't.
Wars fans like me,
Bro, I love
remember
Star
that
Wars,
shit and was
man,
like,
but
bro,
maybe just
I will remember this like it's a video game, bro. I will remember this, bro. Like,
see me
yeah,
personally as a Star Wars fan, I've hated these movies, so it's like, if anything, if I'm gonna enjoy Star Wars media, I'm gonna enjoy a video game, because usually the video games don't be that bad. They tell a story, they're fun, whatever, they're theatrical, whatnot. But yeah, so hearing about this kind of sucks because like I don't really care about the movies, like the shows, but me personally, I prefer games, so that's where I look for my Star Wars media, and it just sucks knowing another one bites the dust.
Another one bites the dust.
Hey, ooh.
Yeah, so that was basically it for EA. More positive news. Embracer did not close down Saber Interactive. They were actually sold and they're able to keep going as a studio. So Saber Interactive, they've done a lot of support work, but they also create their own games. They were working on Star Wars: The Knights of the Old Republic remake with PlayStation, and supposedly, according to Jason Schreier from Bloomberg, it's still in the works. So Knights of the Old Republic is still in the works, and Saber Interactive is still working on it. So a game that we thought was dead is now alive.
I don't have
There's
hope,
some positive news.
bro. That is not even positive, man. That's
I'll take
hardly
the trade.
positive.
No, I'll take the trade. I'll take the Knights of the Old Republic over a bounty hunter game.
Bro, they've been talking about Knights of the Old Republic for like 20 years now. I don't even want to hear it no more.
I'll take
Now,
the trade.
honestly, I still have no faith that this game will ever see
I'm
the
not
light
gonna
of
get my
day.
hopes up, but
Yeah,
I'll take
I'm
the
not
trade.
getting my hopes up.
I'd love
It's
to
been
see it.
like this.
I would love to see it, but
It
like,
keeps on
I'm
happening.
not-
It's like, oh, Knights of the Old Republic, yeah, it's dead. Oh wait, no, it's back. They just changed developers. Oh no, it's dead
It's
with this
dead.
developer too. Oh, PlayStation
Exactly.
backed out. They're not funding the game anymore. It's dead. So
This shit hurts, man. Like, it's just not fun. Like, this is not a fun roller coaster to be on, bro. Like, that's why I given up on it personally. I love to see it, but like, I'm not gonna hold my breath for it.
you're not gonna hold your breath of the wild.
Hey,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Whoa.
hold your breath for this is like
I'm not
holding
gonna hold
your
my
breath
tears of the
for
kingdom.
Redemption
How
to
about
come
that?
So yeah, another Star Wars game. I'm pretty sure that license is pretty damn expensive too. I just don't know what's gonna happen with this game. I actually would rather it be canceled than it come out and be ass.
And be
Yeah.
asked,
Cause that's gonna be even more disrespectful.
No,
yeah.
waiting for
'Cause that's
20
a-
years
that's a
for some hit
beloved-
is crazy.
That's a beloved game. You can't just fuck that up.
Yeah, that's like I can't
That's
even
one of
say.
the best. Like that's one of the best Star Wars stories in general. One of the best video game stories in general.
Yeah. Well, let's bury it.
And it also looks like Gearbox, the creators of Borderlands, are going to be sold off from Embracer Group next. And
Wait,
if
the
y'all
same
don't remember,
Borderlands? They're making.
Embracer Group is the company that bought over 100 studios, or like 70. It was like 70 plus studios in the COVID era of video gaming when it was in the boom. And then they realized that they did not know how to actually handle all of these studios. And then they just started going. They made a deal with the Saudi Arabia government that felt. Look, okay, let me. I don't know. I'm pretty sure some of the people in the chat have already heard this one, but I need to explain this to y'all. So this fucking company is so mismanaged and stupid that they did a handshake deal with the Saudi Arabia government.
Oh yeah.
All right, handshake deal. They put that on their financials,
Oh my
and they were like,
gosh.
"Yeah, we about to get this much money from the Saudi Arabia government, and this is what our financials gonna be looking like." The Saudi Arabia government backed out on them. They did not get that money. So their financials were like $3 billion off, and the shareholders just left in droves, and they lost all their fucking money. So
That's
then they
crazy.
just started selling off all these or not even selling off. They started closing down the studios. Even worse. So they started
That's
firing
stupid.
people, closing down studios. They closed down Volition. They closed down a bunch of like they created some studios as well. They closed down the ones who were doing the Time Splitters.
Oh man, don't say that. That just
Yeah.
hurt. My stomach just hurted.
Hey,
Oh man.
So
bro,
these
what?
idiots, like they had zero plan. They had no management skills of video games. They didn't know what they were doing. They didn't realize how much money it takes to actually make good video games. They put $100 million into Saints Row, and it still turned out terrible.
That
So
came in one.
yeah, that's Embracer Group. And now, I, the only good thing that can happen is that they sell off these studios, and these studios continue to exist. Because the last thing I want is for these studios to actually get closed down.
They should have sold them off at first. Like they're dumb as hell. Like you make your money back, sell off the studios, and try to recoup. Like,
Like,
geez,
bro,
man,
what?
you ain't gotta start firing people.
Get your
You're not
return
gonna
on
make no
investment.
money if you destroy
Get
everything,
your
bro.
return on
Like,
investment.
Yeah,
bro.
I
sorry.
still don't understand the whole Saudi government gaming thing, because they bought SNK. They bought some
What?
other studios, but the Saudi Arabia government owns SNK.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
Yeah, so like they're getting into gaming. It's a weird. It's
it's
super
crazy right
weird.
now
I don't
with
understand. The
10 cent
whole
and
gaming
all this
industry is
other
just in a just what the fuck. This I don't know. Like what would we even call this era right now?
Metal Gear,
Like
like government taking control of video games. Hey, it's crazy, man. Because doesn't China own like 10 cent, like a portion of
yeah,
10 cent?
I'm. Do they? It's not that they own them, but there's something that there's a correlation between Tencent and China. I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know for sure,
Okay,
but
all right.
they have something going on. I don't remember. Um, I need to do more research on it. So yeah, I'm just happy that Saber Interactive is alive. Cause they're a really good support studio. They have like 3,500 employees. A lot of people get them to back their games when it's in development. Yeah, this is Warhammer 40K Darktide, which is the 40K version of what is it? Of Vermintide. If you ever played that one. So yeah,
This
And
the other
then-
game that we didn't play.
I played it.
We played the other one, right?
Yeah, we did play Vermintide. I don't know. We did play Darktide for a little bit, but it was a mess at the start. We played a little bit and then we kind of got off of it. But they've improved it a lot since then. So then Gearbox is looking to be sold next month, the creators of Borderlands. So we won't be losing them either. Gearbox has been in a weird position also because ever since Borderlands 2, the Borderlands franchise has just not been the force it used to be. They've tried things like Battleborn that failed, even though it was better than Overwatch, and they should have kept going with it. It just came out at the worst possible time next to Overwatch. So yeah. Hopefully we see more studios get sold and not closed. Which we actually have another story, which was Toys for Bob, which was a part of ABK, Activision Blizzard, which was acquired by Xbox. So that's the
There's a lot of
hierarchy.
umbrellas.
So Toys for Bob went independent. They bought their independence. So they no longer are under the Xbox Activision Blizzard banner. They are their own studio. They will be making their own games. And when I heard this, I was like, yes! Oh my God! This is the greatest news I've ever heard. Because now I don't have to worry about Xbox making a fucking Crash Bandicoot game. I don't have to worry about ever having to see a new Crash Bandicoot game. Crash is dead. Yes,
Oh my God.
this is the
And
greatest
you
thing
call
that
me,
could ever
and you call me
happen.
the resident hater. It's
And-
crazy.
Hey, okay.
And hater,
Look, my niche of hating is that every 3D platformer that's not Mario is trash.
Oh my God, we're gonna have
Yes.
the Sonic conversation again.
So,
crazy.
but look,
so there's
Sonic.
no top 3. There's no top 5. Only Mario,
Yes.
Mario, and Mario.
Oh my God,
Sonic had a moment. There was Sonic Adventure 2 was that one moment where I was like, man, Sonic might actually be able to be good. Like Sonic can be good if they try. There was never that moment with Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot has been trash since the original. There is not a single good Crash Bandicoot game. The whole premise of Crash Bandicoot is garbage. The whole mechanic of Crash Bandicoot is that you're playing a side-scrolling game, but instead of side-scrolling, you're going front to back. Garbage. Who thought this is what they wanted to?
It's
this
for
is what
kids, man.
they
It's
tried
an easy
to.
game to learn. Like
No. They were like, yeah, this is what 3D. This is what 3D feels like. Motherfucker, you still a one-dimensional game. This is still 2 dimensions, front and back. Yeah, you can go side to side a little bit,
and you can jump,
bullshit,
and you can spin attack. Come on now, bro. Like
the game was garbage.
Like that's what.
No, this is crazy. You hate Sonic, you hate the Crash Bandicoot, but I'm the resident hater half the time. It's fucking crazy.
Super Mario 64. You could go around the whole cat. You could go front, back. You can go in circles. Like there's a whole open area. That's what 3D. This is what PlayStation was like. Yeah, this is what the future 3D looks like. No, that is not what the future. And then instead of doing what Mario did, they continued to make that trash ass front to back.
That's the style of game it is. That's the style.
They should have done better. Crash Bandicoot, terrible. Only one step above Bubsy.
There would be no Subway Surfers. How about that?
Stop.
Hey,
there was step above Bubsy.
How about that?
Now, Spyro, on the other hand, that was a good game. even though that was Insomniac, Toys for Bob kind of inherited that. Wait, Spyro was Insomniac, right? Or am I tripping? I want to say it was.
I don't remember. It might have been.
But yeah, Spyro was good. Toys for Bob did the Spyro trilogy. So yeah, I would have been. It was a worthy sacrifice that we lose Spyro, as long as Crash Bandicoot never exists again. But
And
then,
what about Sly Cooper?
who?
What about Sly Cooper?
Sly Cooper. Sly Cooper was cool. We like Sly Cooper. But that's PlayStation. So this is the thing. Oh yeah, you know, the reason I even thought about Battleborn in Overwatch, I forgot Battleborn even existed until I saw Young Dreads arguing on Twitter about Overwatch versus Battleborn, and I was like, bro, I remember Battleborn. That game was way better than Overwatch. What's it called? So yeah. So then we got the bad news, which was that Toys for Bob is actually going to be partnering, or there's a chance that Toys for Bob might still partner with Microsoft and Xbox to make Crash Bandicoot and Spyro games. Which it seems like Spyro is going to be the first one that they do if that partnership continues. So there's still a chance that we'll see Crash Bandicoot. All my hopes were dashed at that point. But yeah, although they're independent, they do not own the Crash Bandicoot or Spyro franchises. That's still under Xbox. So if they wanted to still work on those IP, if they're still passionate about working on those IP, they'll be able to work with Xbox and get those games out. But I'm actually more excited if they do a new IP, honestly. I'd rather see what they can do with a new IP than them make a new Spyro. But yeah, how do y'all feel? And also, I know if they were gonna close down any studio, Toys for Bob would definitely be one of the first on the chopping block. Their style of game just is not viable, honestly, in 2024. Unless you are Nintendo, making 3D platformers is not gonna be the wave, honestly. So, any thoughts on Toys for Bob going independent instead of being closed down? No. Anybody?
Oh my bad. I thought I was muted the entire time. That's crazy. But I love to see it. You know, I like seeing studios go independent rather than get shut down or fire everybody and close down the studio. So there's an opportunity to keep some games going. I love to see it. Like I said, more third party games for more consoles. What's not to like?
Oh, and actually, the best part of the news of them going independent, they're no longer a slave to the Call of Duty's coal mines. They're not gonna be making trees and trash cans
The Shadow Realm.
in
Take them
Call of
shackles off,
Duty.
y'all. Take them
Yeah,
shackles
so
off.
yeah, they're not in the goulash anymore. So that's probably the best. That's probably most of the reason that they wanted to go independent in the first place. Because I know damn well they did not enjoy working on Call of Duty.
Forced to work on Call of Duty for the rest of eternity is.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it
I
100.
wouldn't
I don't
wish that
think
on my
anybody
worst
really
enemy.
enjoys working on the Call of Duty.
Nah,
I mean, they do it for that check.
Infinity
but-
Ward and Treyarch and probably Sledge, like those main studios, they wouldn't just be like they created Call of Duty, so obviously they enjoy that type of game. Now, do they enjoy having to make one every 3 years? Probably not. But I'm not gonna say that they don't enjoy making Call of Duty or they're not passionate about making Call of Duty. Um, they probably just don't want to be working on it so frequent. But yeah, them being freed from the coal mines of Call of Duty is a
Let's
good
see.
thing.
For games and gamers.
Yeah,
They
for
go
the
on
developers,
more
for
important things.
gamers. I just hope that they can find success independently. I still don't think their games are, or at least like the style of game that they make. I just don't feel like they're viable. Um, they can probably go partner with Nintendo. That'll probably be the best way.
I would love to see it. Bring Spyro over here, man. I would love to see it.
They don't own Spyro. They would have to go to Xbox to do that.
Oh,
I said if
whatever.
they make a new IP.
Oh.
Damn, I'm on the list. Young Dreads got me in his sights. Hey man, Overwatch is a good game. It's just not. It wasn't Battleborn. That's all I'm saying. But
Hey.
yeah, that's all I really gotta say. I much prefer a studio go independent than get closed down any day. I don't care what studio at Xbox it is. Even if it's someone like if Arcane was on the chopping block, they're about to get closed down. I'd rather they just go independent. I don't even care if they make a game for Xbox. They could go make games for PlayStation only, and I would still rather that than them be closed down.
He ain't that much of a hater.
Yeah. At the end of the day, the the studio can close down. The talent is gonna go other places, but like most people, like I would rather the team stay together and do some because starting up your own team with a new name, it like you see it all the time. A studio gets closed down, and then you see, oh yeah, this like 20 of us from the studio are making a new studio, but like do they ever? They never get the same success or hype as they were as that studio, as the original studio, because that name still holds weight. Blizzard is dead. All the great talent is gone. Same with BioWare. Wait, what's the bet? What are we making a bet about? Is Blizzard's talent all gone? I still feel like they have like 30% of their talent. Oh, Wind Waker HD. I mean, Wind Waker HD is a given, but I feel like both are gonna happen. But Ocarina of Time is gonna be definitely gonna be the remake for, because Wind Waker HD already exists. Like that's a Wii U game. They're just porting it. But as far as a remake, it's gonna be like from the ground up. Ocarina of Time is gonna be the one.
You know, it's crazy if they do Twilight Princess instead.
If they did Twilight Princess,
bro,
I would flip. If they remake Twilight Princess, I would flip in the worst way possible. Like I would be so pissed off.
Hey, what if they made it more dark?
Hey, we might do a podcast.
They made it more. They made Twilight Princess like 10 times more darker. You feel me?
Bro, dark is not. Dark is not
look,
the reason.
No. You sound like a hater. You sound like a hater, man. Just admit it.
I will. I hate that game, and I'm gonna continue to hate that game.
That's funny as hell, man. Damn. I'm the hater. Y'all see this, right? He hated on like 4 or 5 games so far. I only hated on like 2.
I played Wind Waker so much, bro. I'm tired of that hoe.
Wind Waker's cool, but it's kind of, I don't know. Like
Wind Waker is definitely top 3.
Hey, Wind Waker, like,
shit, bro.
Wind Waker's kind of slow until you get the fast travel. But I like it. I like Wind Waker. I like the art style of it.
And I mean traditional Zeldas, not including Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. It's top 3.
Wind Waker is a traditional Zelda.
Yeah. Anything before Breath of the Wild is I consider traditional.
Traditional 3D.
Yeah. I mean, the 2D games don't stray from the formula that much. They all have the same, oh, you got to get 4 of these and 3 of
Hey,
these
man.
and 7 of these. And go here, go there, water temple, air, fire. These are the elements that create Captain Planet.
Yep.
Captain Planet.
Hey, that formula works for Nintendo every time, bro. So I don't want to hear the hate.
I do not like. I stopped liking traditional. I got tired of that shit after Wind Waker.
Shut up, because you was hyping the hell out of Skyward Sword.
Yeah, because Skyward Sword actually tried to evolve from the formula. I mean, no, the formula was still there, but they did other things like adding sprint, being able to climb up.
It was just the swinging of the sword.
Yeah, the motion controls.
Bro,
That's it.
you know
controls.
what's crazy? I know people that love Twilight Princess and hate Skyward Sword, and I know people that love Skyward Sword and hate Twilight Princess. I don't know why. I don't know, like, them two games specifically. Like, it's just crazy to think about.
Skyward Sword is definitely the most hated just because of the motion controls. Like, yes, the motion controls were janky as hell. They didn't work sometimes, but if you put enough time into it, you understand what kind of movements you can and can't make, and it just like, okay, like if you're trying to just swing the Joy-Con, or not the Joy-Con, the Wiimote,
if you're playing,
all
you're
crazy.
not just using bro, if you're using your entire arm with motion controls, you wallet. Flick that wrist, my boy.
Bro, motion controls was a good idea at the
It's
time, but I think
all
in
in the
retrospect
wrist.
it was a terrible idea.
It's all in the wrist.
Like, most motion control games, I hate. I can't stand them. They're too fidgety. They're too.
Games. ARMS is still one of my favorite games. That shit, like, you could play with a controller. It just was not the same.
Nah,
I'm always gonna be. That's why I love VR, because like motion controls is just the most immersive way to play, because you really feel like you're in it. Like,
I need a remake of Red Steel in VR or something, bro.
Yeah,
bro. Like, I'm still mad that Ubisoft has not done a Red Steel VR. It would make so much more sense.
Yeah,
because VR controls are just more precise than anything the Wii or the Switch has done. That's why I'm
exactly,
like,
bro,
we need some of those Wii games and Switch games that are motion controls only put into VR. That's why I want Nintendo to go like full VR. I want them, if anyone's gonna know how to level up VR games, it's gonna be Nintendo.
Are they gonna pull up? Are they gonna give the Apple Vision a run for their money?
Oh, bro, that shit would sell so much more than the Apple Vision. If Nintendo goes VR, that's gonna be the moment that VR pops, like, for real.
No, VR sports will go crazy. Don't tell me you want it. And that's all they have to do is do VR sports.
You just in your backyard playing VR.
I don't know about that. He trying to get about to run into a tree.
I'll be in the backyard playing VR. If it's like the Apple shit, like I'm not gonna get no Apple.
See, that's AR. That's not VR.
That's all. Yeah, that's all.
VR, whatever, bro.
But yeah, I don't know. Did anyone else have any thoughts on Toys for Bob? Because that is our last topic for the day.
Nah, I mean, I'm happy for them. That's all I can say, man. Release the shackles, man. Y'all are free. Y'all can enjoy the sunlight. Y'all can enjoy the trees. Y'all can enjoy the wind. Instead of Call of Duty trash can things.
I'm happy for them as long as they do not do any. As long as they don't do a crash game, I'm happy for them. As soon as they do a crash game, I'm gonna wish that they stayed in the Call of Duty coal mines.
But tell me this: you think Crash would outsell Spyro?
No.
You want it?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I have to see how the Crash trilogy and the Spyro trilogy sold.
I feel like Crash was outsell. So with that stat by itself, I feel like there's a chance. As much as you hate to believe it or not.
Let's see. Crash Trilogy did over 2.5 million in the first 3 months, increasing to wait. Oh wait, did it sell?
Yeah, he's doing his research to hate. This is a hate search.
Hold on, I gotta make sure. Sold over 10 million. Jesus. Why?
Whoa, who?
I can't believe this.
Spyro did that?
No, Crash.
Oh, yeah, I love to see it. Yeah, you think they're not gonna make a Crash game? Boy, you crazy.
But it's Crash 4. Okay, well, the Spyro trilogy also sold over 10 million. So we don't know who the winner was in that.
Bro, they're gonna do both. They're their top sellers.
But
bro.
Crash 4, which was the one they did after the Crash trilogy, did not sell. So that's why I'm like, a new Crash doesn't like, and it was a good game. Like all the reviewers said it was a good game, but it didn't even reach 1 million.
Damn.
So that's why I'm like, you can't. The Crash trilogy and the Spyro trilogy, it sold because it was a good deal and nostalgia of playing those games. But when it comes to a new version of that game,
So that's the
people aren't
nostalgia
just gonna be
numbers here.
like, "Oh yeah, I guess like yeah, I'm gonna get this now."
The nostalgia numbers is there.
Whatever. He still
It's
sound
because
like
they
hating, man.
didn't level up. They still was doing the fucking front to back shit.
Hey man, it worked. It worked in 1997. It'll work now.
Hell nah. All right, but that is it. That's the end of the show. I appreciate everyone who showed up, who was in the comments. Lord Metroid, Young Dreads. I'm a refrain from talking shit about Overwatch from now on.
Yeah, appreciate y'all
Sabagels,
for talking about,
Neo
man.
Game Spark,
Yeah, shout out to the chat, man. Y'all be holding it down.
and then Sith Lord, of course. Sith Lord always showing out in the beginning, and also be retweeting our what am I trying to say? He always
Link,
reposting
YouTube
our links. So
Yeah,
always
and
appreciate
if you
Sith
come
Yeah,
Lord.
late,
shout
if
out
you
to
watch
Sith
this
Lord,
late,
man. We appreciate it, man.
if you're watching this video late, hey, drop a comment. Tell us what online game you playing at the moment. You feel me?
Yeah, do that. Hey,
Look,
you
if
know?
y'all
We wanna know what
see
type of online
if
games
y'all
y'all
see
playing.
the show next week start off with rebirth footage, it means I lost the battle. I couldn't hold out.
Bro, it's funny hearing it from you because you're not really a Final Fantasy VII fan, period.
It's alright. I
Don't say
never
that.
been like Final
I
Fantasy
heard
7
you
just
say
never
way
been
worse.
it's never been that guy to me. And I think it's because I was a hater, you know? When
Bruh.
Final Fantasy went to PlayStation, that shit hurt. When I got my N64 and they were like, yeah, Final Fantasy it's not on Nintendo anymore. It's on PlayStation. That shit hurt my soul. I went to go play that Final Fantasy 7 at my cousin's house, and yeah, I was like, yeah, this is ass. You know,
Hey, man.
Final Fantasy fell off.
Man.
That's probably why Final Fantasy 6 is still my favorite. Not gonna lie. I'm gonna attribute my hate for Final Fantasy 7. Not that I hate it, because when I played it later and I actually got around to it later, because I didn't play it on the original PS1. I played it during the PS3 era. So when I finally got around to it, I was like, I still just prefer Final Fantasy 6 for the story, the characters.
Final Fantasy 6 is faster. Like, it gets into it way faster.
like, bro, like-
after the train mission on Final Fantasy 7 is a lot of downtime, you know?
See, bro, if you're an RPG fanboy, you don't care, bro. You gonna play that bitch regardless.
Well, no.
Hey man, I ain't have a
That's true,
PlayStation,
too.
so
You gotta play every RPG. You gonna play that bitch regardless.
Hey, I'll say this. This might be a hot take, but Earthbound better than Final Fantasy VII.
I could see that. I could accept that.
Yeah, that's acceptable. I thought someone would get mad if I said that, but
I
personally,
don't know how the chat gonna feel, but
hey man, chat. If I'm wrong, let me
Hey,
know.
I have
Hey,
no
hate on
comment.
me.
No
I'll
comment on
allow
this
it.
one. No
I
comment
just
on
feel
this
like I
one.
don't know. It just got a cooler story, personally. Final Fantasy VII is kind of long. It's kind of like a slog when it starts out, man. Besides the train mission, like Final Fantasy VI, like everything happens so much faster.
okay,
Like,
Lord Metroid agrees. Earthbound is better.
and this ain't a slight to Final. I like Final Fantasy VII. I just like I just like the vibe of Earthbound more.
Which one was it? Mother 3 or was it Earthbound, where you had this item that was useless until the
Prey.
final boss, and you
No,
did.
it's Prey.
That was Prey on Earthbound.
Yeah,
like,
Prey.
It was useless the entire game until you
Yeah.
had to fight guys.
Until you had to fight the boss, yeah.
And then you could not beat the boss. Like, he was impossible to beat unless
You
you
had to
did the
pray
Prey.
like
No,
what,
he
like
was
6, 7
impossible to
times.
beat,
You had to
bro.
pray
I
like
ain't gonna
6,
lie, I got
7
stuck
times.
on that
That
part
shit
for
was
like the
ridiculous.
longest. I got stuck on that part for like 2 weeks. I'm like, how do I kill him?
Bro, I know a lot of people
I need
rage
to
quit off
replay
the game for
Earthbound.
that and the waterfall. I know people rage quit off of those two things.
Yeah, bro. Honestly, I don't know how people in 1995 beat Earthbound without like a strategy guide with them, bro. Because ain't no way, boy. Ain't no way, boy. But yeah, that's it for me. I don't know what else to say. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to Don Otaku. You feel me? Shout out to Lord Mars. You feel me?
Yeah, so we can go ahead and
Spitter.
start doing our socials.
No,
Doc,
I'm gonna shout out
Triple
everybody.
Up T.
Came at the wrong time.
Nah.
Oh, he's back. Damn.
He's back.
At the end, it's crazy.
Who
Spitter.
that? No phone. Who
Spitter.
this? Oh.
So, Doc, where can the people find you? What you gonna be playing this week?
Y'all can find me on Twitter. That's where
Next
I'm most
week.
active at. Y'all can find me on Twitch, Triple Up Teach. You feel me? I don't really be
Peace
on
out,
there,
Lord
but as soon as I get
Metroid.
my setup,
All right, peace out,
I might hop
Metroid.
on Twitch a lot. I think I'm about to be a streamer. I don't think I got a choice. But it is what it is, you feel me?
All right. Mars, what you got going on?
Know.
What you playing?
You already know. I'm on Helldivers 2 tough. Trying to 100% the game before they drop new drops. You feel me?
How do you even 100%
yeah.
that?
What you mean?
He's doing the battle pass. He's talking about that.
Oh, the battle pass. Okay, that makes sense.
Exactly. Liberty.
Justice.
You feel me? But yeah,
the earthly way.
Yeah.
Once
Definitely.
once we hop off of here, I'm probably gonna hop on that on my stream. Y'all can find me on Twitch. You feel me? The Lord Mars. You feel me? With a Z, not an S.
And I definitely need to shout out Young Dreads, the artist. Make sure y'all tune into his channel at 6 p.m. I don't know what 6 p.m. We Central. So yeah. Whatever 6 p.m.
Every hour on the hour.
Check him out. And then Spitter, what's your links? What you got going on? What you playing? We already know what you playing though.
Yeah, y'all already know what I'm playing. You're around Spit on everything. Tekken Street Fighter, you know.
Yeah, that's what he do. That's what
Hopefully
he do.
Halo, but you know how that go.
Oh man.
Nobody's stopping you from playing Halo.
Yes, somebody is.
Wait, quick question. So Chuck really just gave up on he really gave up on Death Stranding, huh?
Don't bring it. If you keep bringing it up, he gonna have a
He's not
reason to
gonna
go
admit
back
it.
to it.
I want him to. I'm spiteful.
You gotta give it a month of him just not playing the game so that we can really get to it. But
hey man, he came in here talking about Valorant, so I'm just saying that don't sound like Death Stranding to me. But hey.
Yo.
And then as for myself, you can find me at x.com, twitter.com/pastafeet, FE3T. And then also twitch.tv/Don Solo. SOLOW. I will not be streaming. But yeah,
You need to. You might as well.
I don't got time for that, bro.
Yeah, you do. You be in Discord just chilling, bro. Come on now.
I be trying to be in peace while I'm playing games.
I guess. Whatever you say. But yeah, I guess that's it. That's the end of it then, huh?
Yep.
It was fun. You know, I
And
enjoyed
y'all can
myself.
catch us next week, Saturday at 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific,
Specific.
2 p.m., 2 a.m. in Japan time. I don't know. I
Damn,
just
you
made
really?
that up.
Yeah, it sounded like it. I'm about to say, you really knew that? That's crazy.
So yeah, catch us next week. I don't even know what's gonna be going. We're gonna have to.
We'll figure it out. We figure it out every
something's
time.
gonna go down. There's something that happens.
There's gonna be some controversies
Exactly.
between then and now. So
Unless,
just catch us.
hey, Chuck need to start his podcast so we can start talking about celebrities and stuff. You feel me?
I will not be there.
Yeah, I'm
So
probably
we
not. I'm about to be.
I ain't trying to
we can
talk
talk
about
about-
P. Diddy and Meek Mill.
every day.
It's just gonna be hilarious. We're just gonna be arguing about stupid shit that don't matter.
That's what we already do.
Exactly.
But
It's
anyway,
hilarious.
let's close this out. All right, guys. Love you guys. Love the
All
chat.
right,
Love
peace
everybody.
out, everybody.
All right,
Enjoy the
fuck
rest of
y'all.
your day.
We'll see y'all next week.
Go
at
play
same
some
time, same
games.
station.
Yeah. Go have fun, man. Go immerse.
Touch some grass too. Don't stay in the house too long. Peace out.
Yeah. Work out them legs and them quads and them. You feel me?